everyone! Hello, Lynn, hello Phoenix. How are you guys doing? Oh, I forgot the ducks again. I don't know why. I used to always remember them, but lately I don't. You guys are just an afterthought now. This is what happens when fame gets to your head. Don't care about your audience as much anymore, clearly. Hello, Lemmy, how are you doing? I am hearing a drill outside my house at 8 PM for some reason, so that's fun. I too am doing. This guy's mom later! Sorry. Hello, Spitfire! Today has been such a crazy week so far. It's only Wednesday too! Oh man. I did dishes and am contemplating making a pie. Oh, what kind of pie? What kind of pie? I love cherry pie. That's my favorite. I also like apple pie actually, but cherry pie is my favorite. My mom makes a really good cherry pie. I don't know. It's not really. I don't know if it's actually a pie. It's kind of like It's kind of like a sponge cake with like cherries in it. Like it's not really a pie with like, you know, a crust and then like stuff. You know how the traditional pies are, but it's still really good. I don't know, we call it pie, so. Like, please tell me you guys could hear it. I have been trying to get the fucking... I think it's just too quiet. I think the volume is just too quiet. But thank you so much for 22 months, Lynn. Quick, Lera, hide this bag of money I found. Okay, bestie. I got you. I got a great hiding place under my bed. I didn't hear it. I heard it though. You guys keep telling me you don't hear it, but I hear it though. Oh my god, that is so confusing. Hold on. It could just be the volume of the because I think I lowered the volume of the thing a little bit, like of the alert itself. Inside stream elements or whatever it was, Streamlabs, whatever they are. It's one or the other. Let me see. Alert box. We can fix this, guys. We can make it audible. Sound volume is at 50%. I'm gonna raise it. I'm gonna raise it to 77%. And, oh, okay, the membership one is even lower. Maybe that's why you guys couldn't hear it. Okay, I'll raise it to like... Yeah. Okay. Okay, next time somebody renews membership, we will see. We will see if you guys can hear. I think it's too quiet. Can you guys hear the Animal Crossing music? Or is that also like... Oh, did you hear that? Please tell me you heard that. 24 months! Amazing! Thank you so much, Phoenix. Did you please tell me you heard that? Please tell me you heard the dog go. Mwah! You can hear the music. Barely hear it. Okay, louder. I'm gonna make it 80% volume, guys, and save it. We're figuring out the alerts one stream at a time, guys. I can hear everything. You have good ears, Spitfire. You see, most of my audience are old people, clearly. They need hearing aids to hear the alerts. Hello, Boris. How are you doing? Hello, Zephan. Hello. How is everybody? How was your weekend? I was away all weekend. I was at the convention the whole time. The convention was crazy. It was like... So Friday, it was, I think, 12 PM to 8 PM. So it was like an 8-hour day. And then Saturday was 10 AM to 8 PM. So it was a 10-hour day. And then Sunday was the shortest. I think it was 10 to 5. But that was still long. Weekend was too short not for me. I had a long weekend. I had a long fucking weekend, but it was a good one. I'm not exactly complaining, you see. I can't say that I'm mad at it. It was just kind of crazy. It was kind of a crazy weekend. Heading home early today to handle some tasks this afternoon. That's nice. That you're heading home early, not that you have to handle some tasks. But maybe the tasks won't take too long, so then you get a break. Working hard and making bank. Yes, exactly. First week of summer vacation, everything is this. What do you mean first week of summer vacation? It's end of July. I saw on Twitter you made sales. Congrats. I did. It actually went like very well. I sold out of a bunch of stuff. I actually urgently need restocks because I have another convention next Sunday. Not this upcoming Sunday, next Sunday. It will not interrupt my stream schedules, obviously, because it's only a one-day Sunday thing, so it's okay. But I was like, oh my god, it's gonna be another like Vocaloid heavy convention, so I really need the Vocaloid like keychains, but I almost sold out of like all of them, and I was like, oh, the only one I have a lot of is Miku. Nobody fucking buys the Miku keychain. It's so fucking funny. I sold out of Adachi Rei keychains. Guys, okay, raise your hand if you know who Adachi Rei is, because Nonsen spent the entire weekend being like, what's her name again? What is this? What's the orange Utao called? And I'm like, Adachi Rei. And she sold out, and not Hatsune Miku. I just can't believe it. It's crazy. My vacation starts late. I also only have half as much. That's crazy. You would think that because it starts later, you like, you know, it's longer, as in like, you know, it starts late, but it also, you know, ends a little bit later too, right? Apparently not. There's an orange one. Yeah, there's an orange one. It's Neru's and Teto's baby now. And that Chire is a really interesting Utao because she was not made with a human voice. In fact, she was not made with like a voice. She was fully made like out of computer generated sound. I don't know how they did it, but they somehow made her like it just barely sounds like syllables. It's kind of like she sounds a little bit microwaved, but I think she's fun. She's like a really strange Utao. She was not actually made out of a voice. They just like generated some sounds, and I think they like played around with editing it and like altering the waveforms to make it sound like actual syllables. And then they put that into Utao. The only Adachi I know is from Persona. Oh, who's Adachi in Persona? I don't know Persona characters. Once again, I've only played 5. There's a new Persona 5! I thought it was like another remake, whatever, but it's like... But it seems to be completely different. Like, there's like weird shit going on. Oh, he's on the police. He wasn't... I think he was in Persona 5, I'm pretty sure, right? Yeah, I remember him from Persona 5. Toru Adachi. Yeah, it's an actual voice synthesis. They took it to heart. There's also an Utao. I think Boris will like that one. There's an Utao made out of train sounds. I don't remember their name, but I think it's something train related. But there's like an Utao that they just made by recording like train, like, you know, like when they hold a note, you can hear like the that the train kind of makes, like, you know, this like the rhythmic sound of the tracks. I will like that. I need to find them for you. Imagine the day Lera is considered mainstream for cons. I didn't even bother bringing my own merch. I do have a couple of keychains of me left over because I had to reorder some merch because Florian's merch didn't arrive. So I had to like get a little bit extra merch for that purpose. I also brought I brought the Duck Friend keychains. I had only one Duck Friend keychain left actually, and luckily it was accounted for because another artist friend wanted it. So I was like, okay, thank God. I got rid of the Duck Friend keychains stock. And people bought a few of the Duck Friend stickers, so that was really nice. A couple of the phone charms of him also sold. I have one Duck Friend notebook left, also from like the merch reorder. and I can't get rid of it. Like, nobody bought it. People bought the other notebooks, but not the Jack Freddy. It's literally just the only one I have. Like, they just have to buy that one left, and they're like, who the fuck is this yellow bird? And I think I sold like one Jack Freddy pin as well. I have some pins of him, and I think I sold like one. We're doomed. Why I didn't mention it? I thought it was a cool Tao fact. Anything to get people into vocal synth. And Cookie Run Kingdom. Speaking of Cookie Run Kingdom, guess what we are drawing today? That's fucking right, Cookie Run Kingdom. But first, I have like a million things to say before that though. I wish I could use one of those phone charms, but that's where my headphones go. I don't trust wireless. My phone case actually has holes specifically for phone charms. So I think a lot of modern phone cases do now because they're back in fashion. Basically, phone charms are back in fashion now. So they put them on phone cases. So my phone case has 2 little holes on the side that you can put a phone charm into. The only Vocaloid thing I own is a Miko stylophone. It's so fun to play with. That sounds like a really prestigious piece of merchandise. Where'd you get that? That sounds fancy. That sounds like something that was limited edition and you can't get that anymore. That like genuinely sounds like you could get a good amount for that on eBay, unless I'm wrong and it's extremely common, but I've never seen that. But you got it on eBay for how much? That sounds like you could probably get a fortune from that, like from collectors these days. Candy apple art? No, and that pumpkin either. Can you guess? Can you guess who it is? Can you guess what cookies? I'm mostly drawing like important story mode cookies right now because I'm like slowly but surely getting through the story, and I really like the angst. I've been mostly just drawing the angstiest cookies because the angst, guys, the angst. Mine doesn't, at least it's transparent, so the back has a layer of different on it. Oh yeah, I also have a transparent one. I have Phoenix and Edgeworth in mine. My mom has in hers, she has Mad Father and Humaniki stickers by me because she was like, I want stickers for my phone case, let me choose. And I just showed her all the ones I have. Now there's a car alarm going off. Like, why is it like this? Why is it like this in this neighborhood? So yeah, I showed her all the stickers that I have in my stock, and she picked Mad Father and Humaniki specifically because she was like, yeah, I like girls with weapons. She was like, I want these two because they have girls with weapons. Okay, Mom. Whatever you say, keep girl bossing, I guess. It was like 70 bucks? That's crazy. Eternal Sugar Cookie? Not yet. She's on the list. She's on the list. We're getting to her, but not today. Girls with Weapons is a mood. Shadow Milk Cookie? Yes, I am enjoying Shadow Milk Cookie. Shadow Milk and Pure Vanilla. The Scrunklies. Your mom is so based for the Highlanders mom. She's definitely not watching. Mom is too busy to even call me these days, guys. Can you believe it? She called me for the first time in days. Well, I also was really busy the whole weekend, but she was busier first. She wouldn't even call me. I think I've been calling my dad more often. You know how rare that is. My dad never calls. Like, actually, though, no daily mom phone calls. She's busy. She's busy. She's busy, and she's in, like, a more different time zone now. On the topic of Cookie Run Kingdom, one of our Alex posted a clip from your last stream. It was great. I love how you like it was one of the Alexes. I'm not sure which one. One of the many Alexes on the Lera stream. I know, I saw it. It's so funny. I love the editing in it. People are not letting me live this down. Like, I think multiple people use the YouTube feature, like, you know, the YouTube clipping feature, and clip the part where I go, oh, so I can't fuck a cookie, but you can fuck a horse. And I'm like, oh god, this is like the Lera quote of the year. And the Lera quote of the year is, so I can't fuck a cookie, but you can fuck a horse? God damn it. God fucking damn it. It does go kinda hard, not gonna lie. That's a quality cool. I don't know, slandering me like that, making sure people know that I hate the horse game on the peak of the horse game popularity. That's character assassination. That is character assassination. You guys are trying to kill me. You guys want me dead, and it shows. Okay, before I get to the art for today, and also like more convention stuff, I actually wrote down notes because I know I'm gonna forget what I'm actually trying to say. But before that, I have like a bunch of art things that I want to brag about. Do you guys mind if I become extremely self-absorbed for 5 minutes? Because like shit just kind of piled up this weekend, and I want to, and I want to brag, but I also want you guys to support. So first thing, also it is Kia's birthday today, so wish her a happy birthday. But Kia released some birthday merch, and I was the artist on it. I did the design for the keychain and the lanyard. Look how cool! Look at the little kiwi bird. So yeah, I am the official Kia merch artist. So there's the first thing. It's beautiful, isn't it? Look how nice it looks! Points at her own drawing. Look how nice it looks! I put my heart into this. But make sure to say happy birthday to her. Make sure to attack her with cake and confetti. Woo! But also my time zone with her is so confusing. I actually have no idea if her birthday is today or yesterday. I think it's today because like she's 7 hours ahead. So I was like, is it today? Is it today? Because like it's like almost tomorrow for her now, I think. Or maybe it is already tomorrow for her, actually. I'm pretty sure it might be. So I'm like, maybe her birthday is is currently in some time zones, okay. Yeah, and she's sending me one for free. Haha, you losers will have to buy it for 17 USD. She's sending me one for free. Sorry. I'm so normal about Kia. You know who else I'm normal about? You know who else I'm normal about? Rin Penrose. Speaking of Rin Penrose, so there's two Rin Penrose things. Number one is I did a wallpaper for her. The wallpaper was one of the rewards for her donathon. So, which was like, I don't know, it was a while ago, I think, but yeah, well, there was like a free wallpaper as like one of the donathon rewards. So I was commissioned to do that wallpaper, and yeah, it's finally like in the light. So if you go to like her official shop, you can download it, and it's really beautiful. It's her and her mom in the aquarium. But I gave him like a layered version because they asked for it. So I gave him like a bunch of like different versions, and they also uploaded a version with no mom, like just Rin, and I'm like, damn, they really said like fucking no Jin version. But it's okay, I accounted for that. I drew the background and everything, so that you can separate the layers. You're 7 hours ahead, so that means she's 14 hours ahead of me. Time is wild. I know, time zones are crazy because I'm pretty sure Kia is like 6 or 7 hours ahead of me because she's in Asia. So like, it's honestly crazy. Like, I don't know, man. Time zones are fucked up. But yeah, I did this Gorgeous wallpaper. I actually don't know if I'm allowed to post the whole thing. I think I might be. I think I would just need to like watermark it or something. But I mean, it's a free wallpaper, so you know, it's not like it's behind the paywall or anything. But I forgot to ask. I forgot to ask, so I don't actually know. I think I'm probably allowed to post the whole thing. I might need to put it on my portfolio because it's a very nice piece. I'm not gonna lie. I low-key forgot that I did it because I drew it like a while ago. I think I got commissioned for it. Like in April, maybe? I think it was like April or May or something. I think it was April. So it was a while ago. And then I kind of forgot about it. And then I saw it just on my Twitter feed. I just saw it on my Twitter feed like pop up. And I was like, holy shit. That's right, the wallpaper, I forgot about it. And yeah, I'm actually really happy because they trusted me with guys. They let me do whatever I want. Because they were like, oh yeah, we'll get back to you with like an idea. But then they were like, actually, you can think of whatever you want. You've done a lot of real art before. You can think of something. And I was like, okay, that's so much pressure, but I will do it. I will think of something. So yeah, I'm trying to be a surprise. Yeah, I feel like it is kind of a surprise for most projects that I work on because I will do stuff, but then obviously behind the scenes it takes a while for stuff to come out. So then I'm like, oh, it's a bit like Christmas, you know. Oh, I guess I did do that a few months ago. Yeah. I also did a music video for Shiro Beats. I don't know if you guys know them. They did some music for Iron Mouse, so I was really excited about that. I did a music video for them some time ago as well, and then after I finished the music video, I was just sitting there eagerly like, when are they gonna post it? When are they gonna post it? When are they gonna post it? I was just like on the edge of my seat, like every day, like checking their YouTube channel, like where is music video I made? Where is it? Show, but yeah, they actually didn't take that long to post it, so I was like, oh, thank God. Because some of these projects I do take a while, which is like understandable, you know. There's a lot of, I feel like with like corporate stuff, there's a lot of stuff going on behind the scenes that you don't know of. But yeah, so there's the wallpaper with Rin, and last but not least, Rin is going to be doing live signings of posters or prints, and it's going to be also my drawing of Telecaster B-Boy, so she will be signing prints with my art on it, and the money is going to be going to the immunodeficiency charity. So if you would like to donate to charity, please do it. It's actually like on Rin's like Twitter. If you see, it's like her pinned post right now. She is the Telecaster B-Boy. It's crazy. So yeah, I already donated. I donated to like both. I donated to Aaron Mouse's thing, and I donated to this one as well because I do want a print. I do want a print of my own art. With Rin Penrose's signature on it. Yes, please. So if you want a cool Lera print, think about it, guys. It's two things in one. It's both Rin Penrose and Lera in one place. You will get a Lera art signed by Rin Penrose, and the money goes to charity. Is this not the whole package? I think that's pretty amazing. Your art career is popping up. This is all really awesome. I know, and I did all of this like months ago too. So I'm just chilling here and like just just getting clout for shit I did ages ago. I'm just like sitting here and getting praise for stuff I forgot I even did. We'll have to see it. We'll have to see the delay in in the way things happen sometimes. But yeah, I can't believe Red Panos is selling your own art back to you. And I would thank her for it. And I would thank her for it, and I would buy it multiple times. It's okay. She can do whatever she wants. She's allowed. I give her permission. Putting the W's in Baba Beba, I know, right? But yeah, I'm really happy. Lots of stuff. All of it like happened over like the convention weekend, except for like this one. So I was just like chilling, like, you know, at the convention doing my sales, and then I just see like the notifications, or like I check Twitter and I see it, and I'm like, holy shit! I'm the official Kia merch artist now. Holy shit! I did draw that wallpaper, didn't I? But yeah, that is all the bragging I have. Well, non-convention related bragging. There's now gonna be convention related bragging in a second. You know how it is. Sometimes you just gotta brag. Nice Lera cake, current Lera always cooking, future Lera stays winning. I know, right? For once. For once. But yeah, I like actually have money for the first time in a while. In a while, I actually have like money saved now. So I'm trying so hard not to spend it all immediately. Like, no, Lera, you will not buy a Switch 2. Calm down, you don't need it. There's no games on it that you want yet. Nonsense was like, Nonsense told me the responsible thing, and she was like, put it in a savings account, Lera. Put it in a savings account, and I was like, okay, maybe I should. Me, when I'm not used to actually having savings. Like, that's not normal, that never happens to me. It's just like beyond comprehension to me that people out there like actually save money. And they have like money. You know, they just literally somehow have money that is like saved, and they, you know, just in case they will need it, they can use it. That's just like beyond my comprehension. Sitting around alive, though, money doesn't grow in them. I know, right? I looked at the rates on my bank, and it was like, yeah, you get like 3% yearly. I mean, sure, maybe if I put $1 billion in there, it will be a lot. 0.002%. I know. Like, I was reading their like terms of service and shit, and it was like, here's an example of how much money you could make. For example, if you put £1,000, by the end of the year, you'll have 1,035 pounds. I'm like, oh, thank God. I'm so glad all of my wealth accumulated a whole 35 pounds. You get free cents every 4 months. Yeah, I feel like it's not so much just like for the, you know, savings money for me. It's more just so that I have the money like put away so that my grubby hands don't touch it. You know what I mean? It's more about just like, no, Lera, that money is in your savings account. Don't you want to get those 0.003%? Yes, you do, so don't touch it. Oh my god. Don't buy the life-size Rin Penrose figurine. But what if it has my art, Lane? I miss when savings account actually gave you money. I miss when I had savings. Last time I had savings was when I was 15 years old, and my savings were money that relatives would give me on birthdays and other celebrations. Like, it wasn't actually even my money. But boy, did I have a lot. It's crazy. I actually like saved. Because I never spent any of that money because I never really had the need to buy anything with them, like anything huge. So I would just like keep the money because my godmother would always gift me quite a lot for birthdays and stuff. And I would just kind of put it in a drawer and then I would forget about it because I don't have object permanence. So I literally would just forget about it. And one time I actually found the money and I was like, holy shit. There was like actually a decent amount of money just like in my drawer because I never spent the birthday money. Everyday money feels less real. I know, right? It's actually insane. This is why you should buy a Switch 2. The Switch 2 is super real. You're so right. Money isn't real, but tangible objects you can buy with that money is. I did spend a bit of money at the artist alley. I didn't go as crazy as I normally go because once again, I wanted to save up. I'm desperately trying to save up. I really am. But also just like no Rinperos. Once again, no Rinperos. I came up to the lady who's in charge of Vexpo. So the lady who's in charge of like the Vexpo Artist Alley, she's like one of the organizers. She always exhibits at a lot of conventions. Like I see her often, and I always annoy her, and I'm like, where is Rinperos? Because they have so much like Vtuber art. They have like a bunch of Vtubers, like even like less popular ones, and I'm like, where is Rinperos? Hello, Alex! What's the Lera doing? Mostly just bragging. I've just been like bragging about art projects I've got to work on for people. I've got 2 Rinperos art things and 1 Kia merch art thing that I'm very happy with. That clip you made was hilarious. That clip was so good, honestly. I sent it to like everybody. I just copied the link and then I sent it to everybody. I know. I was like, look at this clip of me, like the narcissist that I am. I was like, perceive this clip of me. I haven't been to my bank in years. For all I know, I've been shopping and getting paid Monopoly money. Well, as long as you can still buy things with it, you know, I think it's all good. And there's a one-shot clip where Lera gets chased by a spider in Zelda. I saw that one as well. It's on like a popular clip section on my channel for some reason. Hello, Minami. I'm gonna head to work in a bit, no worries. But yeah, sorry, I've just been like talking about like anything, but let's actually talk about the convention. I just really wanted to get the art bragging rights out of the way. before I start talking about my convention stuff. There's like so much going on at that convention, guys. It was crazy. But let me just switch screens to the drawing screen and then we can talk more. Where is it? Where is it? I have so many scenes. It's not even funny. Today we are drawing Shadow Milk Cookie and Pure Vanilla Cookie toxic gay relationship. Hell yeah! And yes, this is a sketch. Before anybody comes at me, this is a sketch. Too many times people are like, Lera, that's not a sketch. Yes, it is. This is what I call a sketch. The ice cream cone cookie is pure vanilla. I bet I'll appear on Alex video once I'm gone. You will appear. You will appear. We're gonna include you like just because. Just for funsies. On the topic of clips, I had to go back to rewatch your Winx clip. Brandon is so iconic. Aw, you rewatch my clips? That makes me so happy. Yeah, thank you guys so much for checking out the long play as well that I released while I was away at the convention, because yeah, Raspberry finished it and I literally, it was like the night before the convention, but I was like, I wanna schedule this to be posted, so I don't have to think about it. and then posted, and we were on the train back, and Nonsense was on her phone, and she clicks on the video, and I'm literally sitting next to her, like I'm watching her screen, and I just see her immediately go into the comments and type first, and I'm like, you stop that! You can't just do that. You haven't even watched the video. She just goes first, and smiley face, and doesn't elaborate. Leaves. Like I'm right there. Me looking at the ice cream in the freezer at 3 AM. Honestly, Moo, that's me looking at the Snickers ice cream. But I forgot I even had it, and I opened my freezer and I see the Snickers ice cream, and I'm like, oh my god, I have Snickers ice cream. Me when I buy things and forget about them. If you have a specific ice cream in mind, I'll put that into the sketch. I know! It makes color later on so much easier because you get to plan it quickly and easily with like the rough coloring. And then, you know, because it's harder to do this kind of stuff of like especially my layering system, the way I do it, you know, it's a nightmare. But first, look at my Hyper Japan table and also my beautiful sailor dress. How many sailor outfits do you own, Lera? Yes. Too many. Well, I currently only have 2 actually in rotation. The other 2 I don't really wear anymore. But yes. Not a side of mission. You know, engagement is engagement, whatever. There was like this dead end behind me, so ignore this like random ass ugly empty area behind me. I don't know why. I was kind of worried about my table location, as I told you guys, but it actually turned out fine. People did find me. It was okay. Also, this photo went viral on Twitter because Rin Penrose responded to it. It got like 1,000 likes. So I'm like, well, good thing I covered my face. I cannot have 1,000 people on the internet see it. But yeah, actually, this was taken on a Saturday, so I still had stock of everything except for Majima. Majima is gone at this point, but everything solved pretty well. So out of the Hololives, okay, I'm a little bit evil. Okay, ignore how fucked up and evil I am. But I did hang the graduated members all together. I did hang the graduate members like in 1 row because I was like, yeah, whatever, just put them together. I need them to sell. I need them to leave. I need them gone because like soon enough people are gonna stop buying them. Lera, that's called marketing genius. Did the tiny man sell? Yes. So out of the Hololives, Kiara sold the most, actually. She was my most sold one. I'm very proud of her. I love Kivava, my beloved. And out of the tiny man, so Majima was like here. Well, actually he used to be like here, but we moved Phoenix. So Majima sold out completely. Edgeworth sold out. I think Phoenix sold out as well. There's like 1 Leon left. Apollo and Clavier didn't sell so much, and I think Kiryu also sold out. And out of Vinland Saga, only Torfin sold, but we sold like 1. Still nobody likes Vinland Saga, fake assholes. I hate them so much. Only like 1 person was like, oh my god, Vinland Saga, and then they didn't buy it. And I think the person that bought Torfin didn't really know him because they were just kind of like, can I have that one? They lived there for a long time and they were like, can I have that one? KFP strong, I know! They were like super nice as well. Like the Hololive fans are always really nice. Like they're generally just like nice dudes. They are usually dudes, but they're usually very nice dudes. And they will come up to you and they're wearing like full, you know, like Kiara merch or Ina merch, and you're like, yep, they're gonna buy an Ina keychain. They buy the Ina keychain, you know. It's like, they're so predictable, but they're also so good for business. Never change, Hololive bros. Also, there was like this one guy who sold the Ina keychain, and he just points at her and goes, Ina, please! And he was begging, he was like, Ina, please! And I was like, okay. So the phone charms all went, so all of these went. I only had Duck Friend left. But because Duck Friend was the only one left, he did sell a couple. Because people had no more choice, but all the phone charms went, so that's good. Out of these VTubers, they did okay. So like the council girls did okay. I think I sold like one crony in like a couple of the hours. So Rin Penrose sold out completely on Saturday. Like she just all went in one day. I did not sell a single Docky Bird. I do not know why. Not a single Docky Bird was sold. That is very strange. And then Mint was super popular. I think I sold like a bunch of them. Like, I don't know why, but Mint was like flying off the shelf. She didn't sell out because I ordered a lot of her because I kind of expected she would be popular. Like I had more of her and Docky Bird than I had of Rin Penrose. If I knew Rin was gonna be so popular, I would have made more. But yeah, Mint did like super well. The fact that she was in dire need of sanity check by buying the Ina keychain. Yeah, because they told me that apparently they were going around and they couldn't find Ina anywhere else. So they finally saw him and they were like, Ina, please! Doki might be bigger in the States. I feel like she's big everywhere though. I don't know, it was kind of weird. But yeah, Doki didn't sell at all. Yeah, where are the Dragoons? So strange. But if that you have Measure Claw's German Robot Tuber, which I can buy, I think it'd be cool. Isn't she like an automaton or something like that? Like a doll or something like that? But yeah, she's on my list. I am gonna do the other two generations like eventually. I kind of don't have that much more space for keychains, as you can see. Like I already had to cramp all the new Vocaloids in because I want them to all hang together, right? I don't know. I either need to sell out of a lot of them and don't restock them, which will be my plan with the graduate members. They will not be restocked once they sell out. And then I can distribute the VTubers a bit more on the other panels. And I also want to get rid of like the done meshy, and the Frieden one finally sold out, so I'm not gonna be restocking it since I feel like the Frieden, sadly the Frieden hype is a little bit dead now, even though I fucking love it. I have a Frieden Ita bag. You can see it a little bit there. That's my Frieden Ita bag, because I'm not normal. I'm not normal. I have like a whole Frieden themed bag because she's my goat. Graduates from the merch table. I'm sorry, there's just like no point for me spending like money on making them, sadly. C-Season Automaton, yeah. I definitely want to do like Gigi, Narisa, Shiori, stuff like that. I just need to like make space. I think if I do make both of those generations all in one go, then I can just dedicate them their own like panel, and that'll be okay. But you know, I need to make space. This table was smaller by what I'm usually used to. So normally the tables are like 160 centimeters, which is like, I think that's like. But I don't want to lie to you because I still don't understand how American measurements work, but I think it's... No, you know what? I'm not gonna lie to you. I just know I'm gonna embarrass myself. If I say okay, it's like five feet something, I'm pretty sure. So yeah, I think it's like 6 feet or something like that. But this table was 120, which is like much smaller, and I was planning the night before like the layout of the table because I realized it was gonna be smaller. So I like put down a ruler and I measured out how much space I will actually have. And I was like, well, that's fucked up. My stuff doesn't fit here anymore. So I had like a mini panic, but I managed to fit everything. I just had to position the pins kind of weird, and I also had to put the notebooks kind of horizontally on the table, which you shouldn't ideally be doing. Nothing should be lying flat on your table ideally because it's less visible that way, but I sadly just like literally didn't have any more space. So yeah, the Vocaloids all sold well except for Miku and Una. Well, Una is not a very popular one anyway, but I think I sold more Unas than Miku's. I think Teto sold out, Adachi Rei sold out, I think Flower almost sold out. Really, I had like a lot of, but they also sold a bunch. Kaito and Makeover, the new ones, they also sold really well. I think I have like one Kaito left and one Mako left or something like that. And Gumi did really well as well, so... The Vocaloids were stars of the show, but that's mostly because I kind of accounted for that. They're normally more popular, and also that convention had a Vocaloid concert, so I expected a lot of Vocaloid fans to be there, and that is indeed what happened. The stickers pretty much all did well. Stickers are normally really popular. I think the most sold stickers were the RPG Maker ones, and the Splatoon ones were pretty popular as well. But yeah, the postcards weren't that popular. I know, normally my postcards do well, but they weren't like super crazy or anything. I sold a couple Yuminiki ones, a couple of the Vocaloid ones. There's like one guy showed up with... He was wearing an Niji-Sanji Euphoria t-shirt or hoodie, I don't remember. And he looks at my Selene postcard, but I'm also desperately trying to get rid of... I was gonna give the Selene postcard for free to anybody who buys Dokibird Charm, but nobody bought the Dokibird Charm, so I was like, well, I guess I'm not getting rid of the Selene postcard, huh? So this guy in Euphoria t-shirt comes up, sees Selene, and he's like, wow, that's Selene! Haven't seen her in a while, and I was like, yeah, and he's like, these corporations are so horrible. What corporations do is so bad, and I'm like, bro, you're wearing a fucking Euphoria like t-shirt. Like, come on, be so for real. The corporation guy is like, yeah, this corporation, that Niji-Sanji, when I get them. So yeah, the postcards did okay. You can't really see this side. I'm sorry for like the shit photo. I might have a better photo actually of this side of the stand. That guy was a walking contradiction. Like, I get it, you know? Some people still support the talents, and I don't... You know, I'm not gonna like attack them for that. I understand, but also I actually don't know how anybody can still watch Niji-Sanji. Like, I'm so sorry. I feel like it's not very nice to the talents. I know that a lot of them are not really involved, but some of them low-key are involved, and it just kind of annoys me, man. Okay, I have another photo. My face is also censored on it, so it's all good. So on this side, I've got the RPG Maker and horror stuff. And, yeah, so Yumaniki sold out. Ib, like, almost sold out. I have a bunch of Matt Faber left. Nobody really bought that one. It was, like, the least popular. Splatoons did really well. You would not believe it, but this bitch, like, basically sold out. I have, like, one left, which is, like, fucked up. She's new also, and she like sold like hotcakes, and I was like, The freaks, the fucking gore visual novel freaks are all like, yeah. They know what's good. Yeah, Yuminiki sold out, so no more Yuminiki. I did reorder it, so hopefully it will arrive on time. Yeah, Signalis did pretty well as well. I got Signalis in a bigger size for the restock. Because I don't know why, this one is so small. I keep ordering shit in the wrong size, guys. I have a real problem. So you see how Flower and Miku are smaller than the rest? By like a couple of centimeters, and I'm like, how did I do that? I literally measured my merch with a ruler, and I was like, okay, they're this big. And then no, somehow it arrives in the wrong size. I don't know what I'm doing wrong. Anyways, basically nothing on this side sold except for the last Frieren chest I had, maybe like a couple of the Frieren ones. But these are like basically the ones I'm trying to get rid of because they're, you know, they're not trendy anymore. It's like Dungeon Meshi and Frieren. I'm hoping that because Dungeon Meshi got Season 2 announced, it will catch a second kind of wave. Yeah, but for now, not really selling. And the pins, most of them did really well. So the whole FI ones didn't do that well, but the rest actually sold quite a lot. And the buttons did really well as well. The flower ones sold out, I think, and the Miku one was the most sold. And the notebooks, people bought the Sakura and the Sailor Moon one. Nobody bought the Chobits one. And nobody bought the Duck Friend one. It's so funny. It was literally my last Duck Friend notebook. Like, it's the last one I have from like the merch restock that I had. I just want to get rid of it. Like, I just want somebody to take it. Just take it for free. I don't care. Just just take it off my hands. I just don't want it taking space, and I'm like, maybe somebody will buy it, but nobody wanted it. Nobody wants Duck Friend, for real, for real. Anyways, that is my convention analytics for you. I know it was absolutely the most interesting thing you've ever heard, but why the fuck not? I decide what's interesting on this channel. But yeah, I'd say the best sellers were Vocaloid RPG Maker. And yeah, I think VTubers did okay as well. At least some of them did. Not Docky Bird. They would be lucky to have it out there. I'm afraid Duck Friend is just only popular in certain closed circles. You know, you gotta remember. I don't know why, but a bunch of like old people bought Duck Friend stuff. Like, I had like just like, you know, like old people come up, and for some reason out of everything they would pick like Duck Friend stickers or Duck Friend pins. Like, there's like old man came up, like he was a grandpa, okay, and he was like looking at the pins for a long time, and then he was like, yeah, can I have the orange bird, which was the Kiara one, the orange bird, like the duck, and I think he bought the Takodachi as well. I don't think he actually knew who they were, like he just thought they looked cute. But you know, I'm not gatekeeping, that's fine by me. So, and he was like, oh, this duck is like your signature or something, right? And I'm like, yeah. Oh yeah, gotta go, Lera. Almost at my departure point. Thank you for the stream. Glad to have you back. Thank you, Boris. Thank you. Get home safe. Maybe he liked birds. Yeah, I think so, perhaps. Then why did he buy the Takodachi? The old man, like, he likes birds and octopuses, apparently. But yeah, also because my post like blew up on Twitter, I actually like the next day I had like a bunch of people show up because apparently they saw the post, which made me really happy. Thank you, Rin Penrose! Rin Penrose pays my bills once again. Rin Penrose just keeps paying my bills. It's so funny though because I sold out of Rin at that point, but for some reason they were just coming to buy mint. Like, I don't know why. At first this guy showed up really early in the morning. Like, he showed up like first thing in the morning, and he was like, I would have missed you if I didn't see the Rin post. And I was like, oh, okay, that's great. And he bought the mint keychain. And another guy shows up later and he's like, my brother sent me here because he saw this on Twitter. And he wants the mint keychain. I'm like, is there like an overlap with mint and Rin Penrose fans? Like, what is going on? But either way, once again, I'm not gatekeeping, I'm happy. Yeah, but sadly there was no other Rin Penrose stuff at the convention. I think I might have been... It was just me and this other guy who had Rin Penrose stuff. Like, nobody else did. And I kept asking, like, I tried to ask people, especially if they have VTuber stuff, because, you know, maybe they will take it into consideration and they might do it. They might do it for the expo, who knows? I told them I'm gonna be at Vexpo. They better have their Rin merches ready. So yeah. But I was also like asking some other artists because some artists have a lot of keychains. Like, I mean it a lot. I don't know how they carry them all because they're so heavy. But some artists had like walls of keychains, like actual walls. And I was like really overwhelmed. So I would just come up to them and like, I don't want to miss it. So I just come up to them and be like, do you have any VTubers? And most of them were like, what the fuck is a VTuber? No. But then this one person, I was like, hey, do you have any VTubers? Or like, will you make any VTubers? And they started telling me like, they were like, no, sorry. And then they proceeded to tell me like why they don't watch VTubers or whatever. And I'm like, okay, well, I didn't ask your opinion on VTubers, okay? I just asked if you sold any. You know, you don't gotta start telling me why you can't watch VTubers. Like, That was never my question. You stop that. I just couldn't believe it. Buying more houses so I can have more keys to put these keychains on, literally. Well, you can also buy cars. I think buying cars might be a little bit easier than buying more houses. And then you can put stuff on the car keys. My mom has that fit on her car keys. Not the kind of person that starts telling their life story in a way. Okay, there was like this one guy who I think he just came up to all the artists and he was like, hey, I'm also an artist and I'm trying to make some artist friends. And I'm like, that's okay, like, you know, that's great, all right. You know, bro is networking. I can respect that. I don't have any actual like complaints about that, but I just thought that was so funny. Like, he was like, because like he was like really serious about it. He was like, yeah, you know, I would make a lot of art, but then I stopped because AI art became a thing and it just unmotivated me. And I was like, it's not that deep. just keep making art because you love it, bro. It's gonna be okay, Bessie. It's gonna be fine. And he was like, but now I think there's even more demand for human art thanks to AI. And I was like, okay, bro, like look, I gotta make sales. Do you have a point? I felt really bad, but like, as much as I appreciate it, sometimes like, especially like on busier days, I'm like, look, we can talk about this at another time. We can discuss the concerns of AI art later, like, not at my table. How could they say it in front of a VTuber? Me standing in the corner. They don't know I am a VTuber. They don't know I am the famous artist that did official wallpaper for Rin Penrose of her in an aquarium with her mom. You gotta learn their lore now, right? You can just buy locks. What are you gonna do? And what are you gonna do about those locks? You're just gonna carry keys to random locks. And when you give them your business card and tell just to send an email, you see, I run out of business cards at that point. He actually was like, do you have a business card? And I was like, I ran out of business. You see, the business was so good, I ran out of business cards. Even though I brought like a new box, I had to bring another box like the next day of business cards. But I don't know, he seemed nice, but I'm just like, I'm not like a social networker. So I just like stood there and nodded and I tried to be polite, but I was like, yeah, this guy picked the wrong person to like be friendly with. Like he picked the worst person ever for this, because I'm literally just like the most unapproachable person on earth. So use the underselling merch as business card. I just write my Instagram on the merch and I just give it to him and I'm like, this is my unique business card. It's in the shape of a graduated Hololive member keychain. I know you want it. Here, take this graduated Hololive member as my business card. You know what? I like that strategy. That sounds really good. Anyway, speaking of VTubers, oh god, I have a bit of a complaint. I have a little bit of a complaint. Now, I'm not gonna name any names. And also, I'm trying to be understanding, because I think it was kind of new to those people. But I would just like to offer some criticism towards the so-called VTuber concert that has happened on that convention. And spoiler, I was not very happy, but okay, here it goes. So the Vocaloid people also decided to organize a VTuber concert, and I think that's their first time doing that. So once again, no shade, and I think they probably also don't really know the culture that well. Maybe, I don't know. Maybe I just have really high standards. But they were like, we're gonna do we're gonna do a VTuber concert. And I was like, okay, that sounds great. Let's check it out. So they had a schedule. They had a schedule on their like posters and everything that had different time slots for different VTubers that are going to perform. Hello Kichi, hello Raspberry, and hello Aaron, by the way. How are you guys doing? Cookie art. I know. Going Witch Hat Atelier? No! I know, Pure Vanilla does look like somebody who came straight out of Witch Hat Atelier, but no, this is Pure Vanilla Cookie from Cookie Run Kingdom. So anyways, and there was a couple VTubers on that list who I actually was interested in seeing. Most of them were kind of like fairly small, like indies and stuff like that. But some of them were really bigger indies as well. So the two I was kind of curious to see were Kuvanano, because I do really like their stuff, and Nene Amano. So I was excited to see those two, so I saved their time slots. I set like a reminder on my phone so that I can leave nonsense to watch the table for a little bit while I go watch those like two VTubers. So Kuvanano was like first, I'm pretty sure. So she was the first one on the schedule, and I saved the time, so I go there at the time she's supposed to perform, and I go into the room. They had like a separate room. Oh, okay, that was loud. I could hear that really loudly. Thank you so much for 24 months. Everybody's getting 2 years today. That's so nice. Thank you. You guys have had to have heard that, because I definitely heard that. If you guys didn't hear that, I swear to God, I've been trying to fix it so hard. That was actually really loud to me. Dad Code and Tragic. I know! Same as Dark Cacao. Dark Cacao is also really dad. Well, he actually is a dad. He has a kid. But he's low-key gilf also to me. It well, that's supposed to happen. It's supposed to go meh, 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 meh. Like it's got an echo. That's supposed to happen. Is that normal to me? Okay. Okay. Anyways, what was I talking about? Sorry, I got so distracted by the alert. The concert, the VTuber concert. So I show up to it for the time slot of the VTuber I want to see, and I take a seat. It still hasn't started. They were playing like ads for Vocaloids between things, which was really funny. They were playing. So there's like this bias for two specific Vocaloids happening between those organizers. So the organizers of those fan-made Vocaloid concerts, they really like this one specific Vocaloid, and they are like super biased towards them, and they always like promote her. So they were literally just playing ads for that Vocaloid and her sister during intermissions, which I thought was absolutely fucking hilarious. But yeah, so they were playing ads still, and I was like, well, they're already late. And then they actually start the concert, and I was in the right time slot. I even checked the schedule, and the wrong VTuber comes up. And I was like, oh no. And that was the VTuber that was after the one I wanted to see on the schedule. So that was my first oh no. And I was like, where is the VTuber I want to see? What did they do to them? And so I'm just there like, well, it's okay, maybe after. And so the VTuber comes on and they start speaking. And that's when I realized that the concert is not even live. Like, I can tell it's a pre-recorded video, and I was like, oh. So, but again, I was still like, okay, that's fine. It's hard to get people coordinated for this kind of stuff. Also, internet connection, all that stuff. It does not have to be live. It can be a pre-recorded performance if it's done well. That's fine, it can still work, even though it's a little bit less interesting that way, but still, you know? So the girl who was doing the concert, quote-unquote, at the moment, just introduces herself, and then she goes, so, I don't have a performance today. I didn't prepare a performance, so check out some of my MMD videos. And then she starts playing her MMD videos of her dancing! And I was like, no! And I was like, oh my god, that's not what a concert is! So I got really sad because I wasn't even the VTuber I wanted to see. Like, it was like, why were they in the wrong time slot? And I couldn't really leave the table for a very long time because I didn't want to leave Nonsense alone on a Saturday since it's supposed to be the busiest day. So I just left. I was like, well, I watched one MMD video to be polite, and when it finished, I walked out of there. I watched an MMD video to be polite, even though she could not see me or know that I would leave mid-video. But just to be polite, I sat through the MMD video. It wasn't bad. It was a good MMD video, you know? But I'm just like, that's not what a concert is. Girls even actually there, it's fine. I know, and I felt bad. And like the dudes, it was literally just like old dudes, and they all had like glow sticks and they were waving them, and I was like, okay guys, you don't have to, it's okay, she can't see it. You don't have to do all that. You know what, even Puppet Lera, while not being fully live, put on a decent performance, I believe. That was just, I don't know, it just made me kind of sad. It made me a little sad, and I couldn't see the rest of the concerts because later in the day I was just super tired, and I also was just kind of sad that they weren't actually live. But it's okay. It's their first time doing it, and I think they are more like, you know, they specialize in Vocaloid concerts. You know, Vocaloid concerts are obviously pre-recorded because it's all real people performing. So I don't know, maybe they'll figure it out. Maybe one day we will get a live VTuber performance. But I understand that maybe they had technological issues. It could have, I don't know, maybe it was due to some kind of technology like problems. It could have easily been that. I would like to believe that. I mean, it was free, like, you know, it's whatever. Like, it's not like I got scammed or anything, but I was just a little bit disappointed because I haven't seen like a VTuber concert at a convention before because I never really go to conventions that have those. So I was a bit excited, and you know, I was really hoping that it would be a live thing, but it wasn't, and made me a little sad. I was just a bit disappointed just because I had my expectations set too high. I had off-guy expectations. But I got off-brand Kai expectations instead. The glow sticks, guys, leave it. I even brought a glow stick too. It had cons usually bad. They had specific Wi-Fi for exhibitors though, and it was fine. It worked good. It even loaded Cookie Run Kingdom. I was fucking like, at some point I was just like standing at my table, but under the table I had my phone with Cookie Run on, and I was just like tapping on it, but like looking ahead without people noticing when I'm actually playing the game. Like I would just like make them do a battle and then like pretend like I'm totally talking to customers. I gotta get my Cookie Run dailies in. And in that it's funny. It was kind of funny, not gonna lie. I was just a bit sad because I really wanted to see Kubanano specifically. Since I really like them, but it's, I don't know, man. I was just like, I didn't know when they were gonna come up because I came to for their time slot, but they didn't appear. So I was like, oh, maybe they cancelled or maybe they messed up the schedule. I don't really know what happened. So I was like, oh well, I can't really afford to sit through God knows how many MMD videos she has prepared, and maybe the VTuber I'm waiting for will appear afterwards. Like, I gotta get back to my table, you know. I felt kind of bad leaving Nonsense alone there, so and unfortunately I had to go. I don't know if the Kubanano did ever come on, so no clue if they did perform, but I'm sure they probably put on a good performance if they did, because they do make their own originals and stuff like that, so they do usually put their heart into their music stuff since they're pretty music oriented, so hopefully it was good. Chill, I don't know, yeah, it's okay. The Vocaloid concert was apparently good. I did not get to see the Vocaloid concert because once again I was watching the table, and I thought that it's better for Nonsense to see it anyway, since I have seen their Vocaloid concert before, like the fan-made one. So I was like, yeah, Nonsense should go see it because she hasn't seen it before. And she came back and she was like, there was a lot of people and the room smelled like sweat, and I was like, oh, okay. I guess we're not missing too much. Like, of course, after a whole day of VTuber performances, the room smells like sweat. The sweaty VTuber fans! The sweaty VTuber fans fucking went in there and stinked up the place. Oh my god. That must have been a funny for so long. Yeah, I got back and I was like, so it's not the VTuber I wanted to see. Also, she said the song wrong. I swear to God, she said the song wrong. Maybe I misheard it. Okay, I'm not gonna slander her because maybe I misheard it. But I swear to God, she was like, here is my MMD video to Cinderella, and then Cantarella came on, and I was like, did she just call Cantarella Cinderella? Maybe I misheard. Like, I don't want to be a bitch. Maybe I heard it wrong. But I thought she said Cinderella instead of Cantarella, but I really hope that I misheard it because I was like, that ain't it. Oh man, it's okay, guys. There's only improvement from there. The VTuber concerts will only get better from there. They aren't beaching the allegations. I know, right? Stinky. What else? Oh yes, another thing. Speaking of VTubers, here's something embarrassing that happened to me. Well, I don't know how about embarrassing, but I am embarrassed. And Nonsense was like, Lera, you need to touch grass more. Lera, you need to fucking touch grass more. Okay, let me tell you what happened. Let me tell you what fucking happened. I am so ashamed of myself. Okay, so when did Offkai happen? Like a month or two ago, Offkai happened, right? So Bossy Moon, who I do watch when I can catch her, did a stream where because she did like kind of like a meet and greet at Offkai. She had like, you know, one of the things where she gets a tablet and she walks around like a robot and she can like chat to people on the way. I'm pretty sure that's what it was, wasn't it? Like sometimes VTubers get to like wander around conventions. So I think she was wandering around the convention and she was like live streaming her POV, which is so embarrassing. I'm actually so ashamed. So, so she was like streaming her POV. It was like a month ago, okay? And I remember joining that stream to like watch her thingy, to watch who she was talking to, and I was like, oh, she's really cool. She's like really good she's so good at talking, bro. I wish I was good at talking. There are some VTubers who like speech skills I'm actually really jealous of, and it's mostly like Giga, and definitely Bossy Moon is also up there. Like, some of these people can talk, not like me, man. But anyway, she was like really good at it, and she met like a bunch of people. And so, one guy on that stream stood out to me because he said that he was from England. He was like, yeah, I came from England. And I thought to myself when I was watching that stream, like, wow, that's cool. He came all the way from England to America for Offkai. That's kind of crazy. And they had like a really nice conversation, you know, he was like really polite and stuff. So I don't know, I remembered him. So guess who I see at the fucking Hyper Japan at my table? I see the guy. I fucking see and I don't know how, but I recognized him. Because I take like one look at him and I'm like, do I know this guy? Do I know this guy from somewhere? And then it hits me. And I look at Nonsense and I'm like, Nonsense, this is kind of a weird thing to say, but I saw this guy on a stream. And she was like, what do you mean you saw, like, is he like famous? I'm like, no, he's literally just the guy that I saw on a stream of another VTuber when she was streaming her meet and greet. And she was like, what? And I was so curious because I was like, is this really him? So I asked him, I was like, hey, did you go to Offkai? And he was like, yeah. And I was like, yeah, so I saw you on Bossy Moon's stream. And he was like, what the fuck? I think I scared him, guys. He just didn't buy anything. I think he was so scared. He was like, there's no way this girl. He was like, yeah, I didn't even know that was live. He was like, I didn't even know I was on stream. And I was like, yeah. Yeah, you were, and I fucking clocked you. He just had one of them phases. Hello, Ryan. But yeah, I think it's because he was also wearing the same t-shirt. So I was like, oh, You know, my brain just kind of connected the dots because he had like a GG t-shirt, like a yellow GG t-shirt, and I kind of remembered the t-shirt because I tend to remember outfits better than like faces. And I know my brain just kind of connected it, and I was like, oh, I I have seen this guy. I have seen this guy on the stream. Bro, it's like that's the last time I saw someone happen. I know, right? Imagine not only do you end up on a live stream, but then also this random ass girl clocks you and she's like, yep. So this guy, I'm gonna be like the geoguesser guy. Do you guys know the geoguesser guy who like recognizes location? That's me. I'm gonna recognize all the VTuber fans. I'm gonna know all the VTuber fans, just you wait. Because I watch so many streams, you guys. You guys don't understand. I fucking love VTubers, okay? I am not normal. So Nonsense was like, Lera, you need to go outside more. Like, there's no way you just recognize a dude like from a live stream. She was like, you need to touch grass. You can't watch that match, VTubers. This can't be good for you. You scared the guy. Like where's your ex come to? Okay, that's actually me though. I actually remember. I don't have a very good like faces memory. I don't really remember people's faces that well, but I have like good associative memory. So if I associate something with a specific like event or location or thing, I actually do remember that person pretty well. Or like if we had like a longer conversation, I might remember you better as well. But generally I don't really have even that good of a memory for faces, honestly. Like sincerely, I don't remember people's faces that well at all. But either way, I was like, I saw this like what's his name, Yoshikage Kira from JoJo cosplayer, and not that is the one who knows all the JoJo stuff, right? She's a JoJo fan, but I saw this JoJo cosplayer come up to our stand, and I clocked them, and I was like, nonsense. We have seen this specific JoJo cosplayer at our convention before. And she was like, really? I don't remember. You know, it could just be a different person cosplaying this character. But my brain remembered because they had a really specific cosplay. They were cosplaying Yoshikage Kira from IKEA. Like, they had a very small IKEA logo under their jacket that you can barely see it. And I turned to that person and I'm like, you're the IKEA Kira, aren't you? And they moved their jacket and showed the IKEA logo, and I'm like, see? I told you we know this guy. I told you we know this guy. Oh my god. How about watching streams without having? I know, right? The sun will just get in the way and I want to be able to see. Tyler to change her all of JoJo. I think I would actually die. JoJo is like too much of a fever dream. I think it would actually kill me. Everything I have seen about JoJo just doesn't make any fucking sense. It's crazy. But yeah. You're from England, aren't you? I mean, we were in England, so it's not that weird, I guess. But still, you know. I don't know, sometimes I just associate people. Sometimes I just associate people with certain things and I just remember it well. I noticed that I also tend to remember other artists really well, especially if we tabled next to each other. Because like, you know, we tabled next to each other, I saw them often, I saw them 3 days in a row, right? Maybe we even chatted. Or just like artists in general I recognize a lot from conventions because I kind of pay attention to like other artists there. But apparently the other artists don't. And they do not give a fuck, man, because like, the amount of times it breaks my heart just a little bit. I come up to so many of these artists and I'm like, oh yeah, remember we tabled in Birmingham together 6 months ago? And they're like, no. I'm like, oh hey, we met together, like we tabled next to each other at this convention, and they just like go, oh sorry, I don't really remember. And I'm like, okay. Me when I remember all the artists, but they don't remember me, and I'm like, that's fine. Oh my god. Wait till you watch Baki. Baki is the really ugly looking one, isn't it? Baki's like the one of the absolutely dog shit, ugly ass art style, right? I'm pretty sure. Let me Google it. I swear to God that is what it is. Baki. Yes, it is. I'm sorry, but I hate that art style so much. I think it is sincerely one of the ugliest things I have ever seen in my life. I really hate to offend and talk badly about artists and art styles. I try my best always not to do that, but I think Baki might be one of the ugliest things I've ever laid my eyes on. The more I look at it, the more grotesque it looks. And I actually don't know if it was like ironic or not. Like, I can't tell if it's meant to be ironic. I don't know if they made it bad on purpose, or if that kind of body really turns the artist on. I don't know the truth. And I honestly don't really want to know the truth. It just looks so fucked up. I'm sorry. Everything about it just annoys me. I could never watch it because I can't really watch ugly anime. Like, I'm just shallow like that. I promised a friend to watch JoJo years ago and I still haven't watched it. I think my head will explode if I do. It might. Okay, but like the thing with JoJo is that people who love JoJo, they love JoJo. So I feel like it will either become your lifelong obsession, or you will like be indifferent to it. I don't think there's an in between, you know. But like, you know, JoJo fans, they love JoJo. Like, it's their personality. It's just serious to them. Do not mess with JoJo fans. Trust me. Like, Baki gives man realistic body standards. Yes, it does. Yes, it does. Did my playlist just like randomly refresh? Weirdly, what happened? Okay, whatever. And Joy just introduced me to metal. Really? That's interesting. That's really interesting. It does have lots of like musical stuff, doesn't it? I have enough to at the moment. I don't need a number. I know! Especially now that I got you into Cookie Run Kingdom. It's literally so Jover. I'm so sorry, Raspberry. Raspberry, I'm so sorry I got you into Cookie Run Kingdom, but I needed somebody to get into Cookie Run Kingdom. Nobody was listening to me. And it was always, everybody was like, horse game this, horse game that. And it's never cookie game this, cookie game that. You know, I had to change it. I had to convince people to get into Cookie Run Kingdom. But yeah, I think that is all of my VTuber related news of the weekend. Or at least I hope so, man. At least I hope so. Maybe I will think of something else. But in some other convention news, oh yeah, my table was really funnily positioned next to, okay, not like next to, so we were like on a balcony, right? So all artists were on a balcony, but there was two balconies. There was like a big one that was over the main kind of hall of the convention, and then there was a smaller balcony which was over the area where the stage was, like the main stage with the main events guys. So pros, we got to hear all the performances. Cons, we got to hear all the performances. I was just literally like, this is both a blessing and a curse, because we did know everything that was happening on the main stage. You know, we did not miss a single event that happened at that convention. But also, we kind of were subjected to it. And it was really fucking loud because we were basically at a balcony. Like we had a view to it too. Like we could see the stage the whole time as well because we were right next to it. Like our table was next to the balcony. So like we basically got to see all the concerts. They had like some really like famous Japanese performers there as well. Like they had some famous voice actors and stuff. They had fucking Marissy. I don't think you guys know Marissy. He's a really famous pianist. He does a lot of Vocaloid song covers, so I think he's mostly famous to the Vocaloid community specifically. But Yeah, Marissy performed, and me and Nonsense were like freaking out. We were like, oh my god, it's Marissy! Oh my god, he's playing the piano live! Holy shit! Like, he played the fucking Senbon Sakura, and we were like, oh my god, it's the Marissy! That's so crazy! Like, I recorded like a video of him and I sent it to Minami. I was like, Minami, Marissy is here! And Minami was like, yo! Is that Marissy? Like, all the Vocaloid fans are like, holy shit! He's a celebrity in the Vocaloid circles, okay? Maybe nobody else knew him, but in the Vocaloid circles, that guy is a celebrity. It's so Jover to have favorite cookies. Okay, who are your favorite cookies, Raspberry? Share with the class. Do you have any new favorites? I fucking love all the cookies at this point, man. I literally, like, I barely even have... I think the only cookie I, like, genuinely dislike is the chili pepper cookie. But it's because I find her very obnoxious in the story. Like, it's not her fault. It's not her fault they wrote her like that, but also why did they write her like that? I just think she's so annoying, man. Like, whenever she's in the story chapters, I'm like, oh my god, leave me alone. Luckily, she's not really in, like, most of, like, the more serious story chapters later on, like, thank god, because she really is not like a serious character. She bothers me, she's irritating me, like, I'm sorry, I feel like such a hater, but she's irritating me, for real, for real. Other than that, I love, like, all the cookies. I think the cookies are cool. Big fan of the cookies. I forgot a cookie and a Claire cookie. Oh yeah, like, I forgot a cookie as well. He's evil though. I love the evil cookies though, no complaints. But he's a plotter. He's a gaslighter and a gatekeeper and a plotter. We appreciate that though. Yeah, I really, oh my god, I fucking love Candy Apple Cookie as well. She's such an evil creature. Really appreciate her evilness. I love the evil cookies, they're so much fun. But yeah, so the stage was good, but like, it was really loud because like, they would play music on full speakers, obviously. And sometimes I could not hear people ordering stuff from my table, which was a bit upsetting. Like, people would be like, can I have this? And I'm like, what? And then they're like, can I please have the Kiara keychain? And then the bag and like full buzz like Zangoku na tenshi no yoni. And I'm like, shut up! I'm trying to make sales! Fuck! It's okay. It's okay, we managed. There were like 10-minute breaks between the performances. We got like 10-minute breaks between the performances. It's all good. We survived. But yeah, I felt like my voice getting kind of hoarse towards the end of like Saturday because I was just speaking loudly so that we could hear each other over the fucking stage. It was so funny, man. Low-key unhinged. The guy like tabling next to us really enjoyed the music. Like, he was a big fan of the music. I think he spent like most of the time just like straight up recording the stage instead of actually like attending his booth. He was just like, yeah. I'm loving this band. I think he like went down and bought their CDs after. Like, he really liked this one band that performed. He like left the table and like went to buy their CDs. Also, like, all of Saturday, Nonsense just sat there and played the fucking horse game. I really mean it. Like, at some point I was like, girl, you're not doing anything. Like, there were like people buying stuff from us, and like, I need her help with like packing and shit. She's just playing the fucking horse game. Girl, earn your meals. You get paid in food for this. Earn your meals. Stop playing the horse game. Guys, I lost her to the horse game. I lost Nonsense to the horse game. I'm so sad. I feel so betrayed. Nobody wants to play Cookie Run Kingdom. Everybody wants to play the horse game. I can't believe it. You know what? Whatever. Everybody's gonna forget about the horse game in like a month, and then nobody's gonna be playing it anymore. But Cookie Run stays. Cookie Run has a dedicated fan base that have been into it for ages. Cookie Run is not going anywhere. I like the mouth better on this sketch. No, just look at her phone saying, thank you, come again. No, she was just screaming at the horse. Like, she was like, why? Why? I trained her! Like, she was like, okay, I'm gonna schedule training with this horse. And she just goes, she didn't show up to training! She just didn't show up! She's like, okay, I'm gonna send her to school. She didn't come to class! She was just getting mad at the horse, and she was like, she's not doing anything! She just didn't show up to her training! She was just like getting angry at that the whole time. Cookie Run, stay cookie, I know. It's been going on for years in Japan and it's still popular though. I know, but Japanese people are so much more dedicated than the average Western fan. Please, you gotta understand that like people that are playing the horse girl game on Twitter right now will not be playing it in like 2 months. I need you to please understand that. Like it's different. It is different over there. It's not the same. Cookie Run forever, I know, right? Cookie Run forever. It's Dev Gold Chip. I don't think she was trading Gold Chip. I think she was trading like some Ojo-sama looking one of 2 big ponytails. And then she was training Special Week, I'm pretty sure. I don't remember. I don't know. I don't know the horse names. I'm luckily not at the level yet where I recognize the horses that well. Western girls don't got the attention span. We are so real for that though. I'm probably gonna stick to Cookie Run Kingdom for a while though, because I'm just like way too into the story at this point. But also like I do have my phases. I'm so sorry for everybody in my life who has to like live through my phases. People in my life really just have to be like, alright, she's into the cookies now. Now we gotta endure Lera being into the cookies for a bit. For a hot minute, we have to hold on while Lera gets all the Cookie Run Kingdom fan art out of her system. It really do be like that sometimes. It begins with them to remember their names that I know. I actually did, like I would see, because there was, you know, there was already people cosplaying them. Like that's crazy. When did people have the time to make cosplays? There was like so much K-pop Demon Hunters merch as well. And I'm like, when did you fucking have the time to make K-pop Demon Hunters merch? That movie came out like 3 weeks ago. How do you already have merch printed and shipped for the convention? How do people do it? Guys, I just don't have the grind set. I just don't think I have the grinds. I don't have what it takes. Once again, like there's no way I could like watch a trendy movie and then immediately prepare merchandise about it for a convention that's like in 2 weeks. Like there's no fucking way. How do people do that shit? I actually don't understand. There was like a guy in K-pop Demon Hunters cosplay and it was like really good quality too, and I was like, where did he already buy the cosplay? And I was like, hey, how did you get this cosplay so fast? And he was literally like, oh, I made it. I made it in 2 days. And I was like, you made that? It looks like store-bought. I have the dedication. The cosplayer dedication is insane, honestly. So insufferable. My hyperfixation becomes everyone else's problem. It is so true though. Like luckily I have like friends in my life who do not mind. They just kind of look at it and they're like, yeah, whatever. Just Lera being Lera, so it's kind of fine, but still, you know, it's crazy. Like once Lera gets into something, it's literally so over. It is so over. Saba debuted and like a few days later Offkai happened and they had fan merch. But not keychains, surely. Like keychains take a while to print. Do they have their own fucking keychain factory or something at home? Like, Stickers and prints, I could maybe understand, since people do make those at home with like a button maker, though they can make buttons. But you know, keychains, surely not. Surely everybody outsources the keychains. But yeah, it's crazy out there. Next call, Lera is gonna cosplay as Cookie Run Kingdom. I actually saw a few Cookie Run Kingdom cosplayers at the convention. Made me pretty happy. I saw 2 Pure Vanillas. I saw a few Eternal Sugars. And there was a group that were dressed as Linzer Cookie, Vampire Cookie, and Red Velvet Cookie. Like, they were like together. They looked really cute. That made me happy. I do love to see Cookie Run Kingdom. And maybe I would make some merch of it in the future. I have to think of which cookies are actually profitable though, because there is a lot of them. It's a bit like making merch of Genshin. You really gotta know the meta. I think Shadow Milk is a pretty safe bet since he's like really beloved by fans. But who else, I wonder? Since I don't really want to lose money on them cookies, unfortunately. As much as I would love to do them all, I don't really want to lose money. Vampire Cookie Boy failure. We love to see it. And we love to see it. The cookie designs are really cute. Yeah, those names are silly. You leave them alone! I'd love to cosplay Cookie Run Kingdom. Honestly, I would love to as well if I still did cosplay, but I do not. I sadly have cosplay trauma, and I can't cosplay anymore. I also think that it's like way too much. I feel like it's more effort than it's actually worth, at least to me. Mostly because I really don't like go to conventions often enough to like justify, because people like specifically go to conventions like to cosplay, right? But I go to conventions to buy from Artist Alley and then bolt. So, you know, it's just kind of how it is. I unfortunately just don't feel like cosplay is worth it for me. Cool Witch Hat Atelier cosplay, Lera Cookie. I actually saw Witch Hat Atelier cosplay and I thought, oh man, is that Pure Vanilla or Witch Hat Atelier? But I think it was Witch Hat Atelier in the end. But the people who were Pure Vanilla, who I thought they're Pure Vanilla, were Pure Vanilla, I'm pretty sure. But yeah, I totally get it. Pure Vanilla absolutely is Witch Hat Atelier coded. When is the anime coming out? I'm really excited for it. I haven't read the manga, but everybody always says it's really good. So I'm quite excited to see that. Okay, what else do we have to line his hair? I must line his hair. I have a mutual on Twitter and Instagram who really likes Shadow Milk Cookie, so I need to do a good job. I must not fumble the Shadow Milk Cookie art for the #1 Shadow Milk Cookie art fan who I am mutuals with on Twitter. I gotta do it for them. I must not disappoint the biggest Shadow Milk Cookie fan. What the hell is Shadow Milk anyway? Is that even a flavor? Some of the cookie names confuse me because I'm like, that's not a flavor. That's not real. That can't be true. Why you named that? What's a Shadow Milk? The fuck is a Shadow Milk? Let me just color Pure Vanilla so that I can like do the background without getting confused. The manga is a work of art. Yeah, I did see all of the panels. It's like really well made. Like the paneling itself is really interesting. I wish I read manga. I really wish I had the dedication. Witch Hat Atelier was like one of the ones I was really considering to finally give in and read. But then it got the anime and I was like, oh, never mind. Because once they announced the anime, I'm like, whatever, I'm not gonna read the manga. I lose all motivation to read the manga the second the anime gets announced. Is Shadow Milk dark chocolate milk? Maybe, but why is he blue? Why is he blue though? What do they mean by this? Maybe he's spoiled milk. That's why he's blue. Like moldy. He's moldy milk. He's just a little guy though. Don't make fun of him. He's just a little guy. Pure vanilla isn't the best tasting thing on its own. That's true. At least he has real vanilla. I know people always say that there's like this fake vanilla that comes out of like beavers. Like it's like some kind of secretion that comes out of like under a beaver's tail. And apparently it smells just like vanilla. So they use it as like a fake vanilla scent for stuff. Because apparently actual vanilla is pretty expensive and rare. So so as a cheaper alternative, they use this weird beaver secretion. And that is why I avoid vanilla flavored things. It's completely safe apparently, don't worry about it. Probably. I'm sorry about this random knowledge. I thought vanilla came from white cows, yeah, and chocolate comes from brown cows. Spoiled milk cookie is a funny concept. Maybe I'll steal that idea. Could definitely be one of the villains. Or like imagine like a moldy cookie. I mean, there's spores and beasties. Why can't there be a mold cookie? I'm just saying. We're cooking. Never asked what part of the beaver they get it from. May natural flavor to that secretion. Nah, not just vanilla. There's more. Oh man, have I been eating beaver secretion this whole time? That sucks, man. Oh god, something really funny happened. So I bought me and Nonsense some like snacks. So I went to this Korean supermarket and I bought us some Korean snacks to eat during the convention. Like I stocked up on some bags of snacks because I was like, we need something to crunch on while we're at the convention. So I bought us these like kind of, it said, I don't know, but the packaging was like traditional Korean sweets. And I was like, cool, traditional Korean sweets, that sounds nice. So I bought them. And I was really excited. I was like, look at these snacks I got. And Nonsense was like, oh, that looks so good. And then she started eating them. And she was like, Lera, these are like crack. Like, I can't stop eating them. And I think I didn't eat that many of them. But I genuinely think she ate like the whole, like almost the whole bag. And then at some point, she decides to look at the back of the package. And the bag of the package has this warning that says, consuming this product exposes you to this chemical, and then it said the name of the chemical that causes cancer. And she was like, Lera, I just ate like a bag of these, and I was like, well, I didn't know that. I accidentally fed her cancer candy, guys. Yeah, it was something state of California law. And I was like, well, it's okay. It's only causes cancer in California. That's literally what I told her. I was like, don't worry. It only causes cancer in California. She was like, Lera, what the fuck is this? And then started like researching what that chemical is like used for and shit. I was like, I'm sorry. I will read the warning next time. Bye bye, Aya. Thank you for coming. Dangerous chemicals cookie. We need the cancer cookie in Cookie Run Kingdom ASAP. We need the fucking cancer cookie in Cookie Run Kingdom right now. This is vital to the plot of Cookie Run Kingdom. Oh my god. Nowadays everything can cause cancer. I fucking know, right? I feel like honestly at this point, if you had to keep track of everything that is like even a little bit bad for you, you just wouldn't be eating anything. You'd have to just like be growing your own vegetables or something. Does that chemical also come from beaver? I don't think so, but that would be hardcore if it did, honestly. It only works if you live in California. It's just like the air in California causes the chemical to react. And that's when it actually starts causing cancer. Unless you're in California, you're fine. It only causes cancer in California. I'm sorry though. I'm sorry to Nonsense for accidentally exposing her to that dangerous chemical. It's on me. It's all on me. Now I wanna make hers cookie OCs. That's so funny. That actually is kind of funny when you don't think about it too much. I kinda am attached to the mold cookie idea. Wait, leave the mold cookie to me, Raspberry. I'll do the mold cookie. And you could do the others, okay? Hold on, the moldy cookie is like appearing. I see the vision. I can kind of picture it in my head a little bit. I'm seeing it. When you play horse game, Lera feeds you cancer cookies. That's what you get for playing the horse game instead of paying attention to my beautiful booth. It was all a punishment all along. No, I promise it wasn't. I did not know. Legal disclaimer, because I feel like I have to say this. I did not know the traditional Korean sweets cause cancer. I was not aware of that fact. You guys are gonna clip this again and be like, Lera fed cancer to her best friend. Lera tried giving cancer to her. I already see the clips. I already see the clickbait thumbnail. I already see it. Vtuber tries to give cancer to her best friend, bro. Like, sure you can have mold cookie. Yay. I like it when Goshim attacks her trainer. That is pretty funny. I do like that animation. I wish they all did that. I think that would be funny if they all just did that for funsies. Actually, one of my friends has a traumatic experience with a horse. So I have a friend who, she was just like driving out on the countryside and she came across a wild horse. And you know, apparently wild horses are very different from like the regular horses that you see at places like farms and stuff like that. And apparently you're really not supposed to approach wild horses, but she did not know that. And she was like, oh my god, a horse out here, that's so cool. So she like, I think she was like with her brother or something, so they like parked the car on the side of the field. And she, for some reason, thought it would be a good idea to go and take a selfie with the horse or something like that. So she takes a selfie with the horse and she just starts casually walking back to the car. And the horse starts chasing her. And she starts like running towards the car. She just like barely makes it to the car. And her brother starts like driving away. And the horse like chases the car for a bit. And they were like so scared. The fucking horse was like genuinely after them. So yeah, do not approach wild horses. Don't do it. Oh my god, what layer is this on? Oh, I'm on the wrong layer. I'm always on the wrong fucking layer in this software. Horse said, do not post that selfie. Honestly, yeah, do not post pictures of people without permission. It apparently also applies to horses. So yeah, when I'm gonna go to Vex Spa, I'm genuinely considering wearing like a face mask. Like, not because I'm famous or anything, but just because I have a feeling that a lot of people are going to be like live streaming. Or maybe like some VTubers are gonna be doing the thing that Bossy did. And like, I just do not want my face on the internet right now. Like, with all the AI shit and stuff like that, you know, my face is never making it on the internet. Like, it's not even about, like, oh, I don't want people to know what I look like. I don't have, like, that big of a problem with people knowing what I look like. You know, I do in-person events and shit, you know, I don't really mind. Like, I have met people who watch my channel or call me and stuff like that, right? That's not the issue to me. I just don't want any, like record of my face on the internet right now because of all the AI bullshit. So yeah, I think, like, just in case, maybe I'm gonna wear a mask or something to Vexpa, because I really don't want to accidentally end up, like, in a live stream. I just really don't want it. Just don't approach wildlife in general. Yeah, honestly, that's a good idea. Valid, but also cosplay. Yeah, I don't cosplay either. I can't. Guys, I'm sorry. I'm literally traumatized. I have, like, a really tragic story where I cosplayed, like, ages ago. I was, like, a teenager, and I had, like, a pretty decent looking cosplay because, like, okay, I'm Finn, alright? Like, I'm really Finn, and I had, like, a really nice quality cosplay. Like, I think it was pretty decent, and I looked a lot like the character because I'm also, like, Finn long-legged girl with no boobs. And so I think I really did nail the character back when I cosplayed them. And, it was not fun because the men at that convention made it really difficult for me to enjoy myself, because they all really said, she's wearing a short skirt, so we can officially harass this literally underage teenager, you know? And honestly, it was just not fun. And I basically never cosplayed again. I think I did go as Dipper from Gravity Falls, like, once later on to another event, and obviously nobody. And I looked good too. I looked just like Dipper because, once again, no boobs. I think I looked great. We painted the hand and everything. And nobody gave a fuck. And I'm like, I see how it is. Not a single person. Suddenly not a single person at that convention cared. So yeah, man. No more cosplay for me. Just, like, do not vibe with it. I think maybe it's probably, like, better these days because I feel like conventions are a bit more, like, I don't know. I feel like they're a bit more strict and stuff like that. And, you know, there's probably, like, more people, it's more frowned upon, I guess. But I don't know, man. I did not have a good time. Like, most people were fine. Like, all the people would, like, take pictures with me, and most of them were, like, okay. But some dudes would just, like, put their arms around me, and I'm like, okay, this is a picture. What are you doing? I don't know you. And some of them were, like, straight up, like, catcalling me, which is, like, crazy. Like, hello, this is a convention. What are you doing? It was not a nice experience. It was just not a nice experience. So yeah, I have all the respect for cosplayers. Whenever I see, like, a cosplayer in, like, a really revealing cosplay especially, I'm like, yes, this person is strong. You don't even know what kind of battle this person is fighting. Like, they are really risking it all to be here and look this gorgeous, because apparently people just don't know how to behave themselves. So honestly, all the respect for people who do cosplay. Like, those people are crazy. Not for me though, but honestly, I just find it, like, too fussy. It's too much work for me, and it's just, like, you know, just, like, one of those things that, like, if you're not, like, genuinely into it. Because people who cosplay, you know, they're really into the cosplay, and they like making the costumes. They're, like, planning, like, several costumes for, like, different days, you know. That's, like, their whole thing. Like, they go specifically to show off the cosplay. I kind of just wanted to try it. Like, I mostly just did it because I was just kind of, you know, like, in my early convention going days, I was, like, just really kind of curious about it all. I wanted to try cosplaying, so I tried it, and I didn't really care for it, so I just kind of didn't do it anymore. I hardly cosplay, but the last time I did, I scared a child just by walking near her. It was funny. You see, that's fun. That is fun. Biggest picture was cosplay. I can't imagine having to take a picture of everyone who asks. I know, right? I took a picture of like just one cosplayer because she was cosplaying something like really niche that I enjoy, so I took a picture of her. But I don't really take that many pictures of cosplayers because I'm mostly just usually too shy to ask. Man, who I turn online really do need to get out of their mom's basement. Yeah, they only get out of the basement to go to the conventions, and then they don't know how to act, bruh. Yeah, like, I would say that like most people wear nice. Because like I got like a lot of people approaching me. Like, I don't know, people really like my cosplay, bruh. And like I don't know why. I think it's really just because I'm sorry, I'm just like Finn. And it's kind of just like this unfair bias towards Finn people and like Finn cosplayers. People will just see a skinny girl and she's automatically like the most beautiful person ever to them, but in reality she's just Finn. So like, you know, I'm really just crediting the fact that I looked good to those people in the cosplay because I'm like anime girl Finn. Like, I really don't think it was like that serious because like I mostly just bought the costume off of the internet, and then like my mom did my makeup, so I guess I looked kind of nice. But I feel like a lot of people just like credit a lot of the beauty just to the fact that the person is Finn, and it's like, it's not like, I'm not saying that it's like a bad thing, but I feel like there's definitely like a bias towards Finn people. It has always been for a while, so I'm just saying, I feel like a lot of people are like, wow, she looks just like an anime girl. It's honestly so sad. Okay, I'm just gonna like go to the bathroom real quick and I will be right back, and I'm also gonna play you guys an ad. Wait for me, please. Where's my BRB screen? Okay, I also went to refill my water bottle, so... Duckfriend is usually in this screen. Where are you, Duckfriend? Thank you so much for the super chat, Ethan, thank you. This is where I would watch my ad if I had one. I'm gonna start like making fake ads for people who have YouTube Premium or whatever. Would you guys be interested in that? Maybe I should do that. I'm gonna be like, and today's sponsor is Kagamina Len, and I put this like really poorly made like ad for Kagamina Len. I don't even know what that means. Like, what do you mean today's sponsor is Kagamina Len? He's a Vocaloid. I'm just gonna have this like a really poorly drawn like ad on the BRB screen for people that have premium, so that you guys can still get the poor people experience, obviously. And to have like Kagamina Land like 50% off. And like, I'm just gonna put that on the BRB screen and you guys are gonna be like, ah yes. Kagamina Land 50% off. whatever the hell that means. How it's an ad on YouTube in years. That is so crazy. Like, actually, you trust me, you do not want to, because it has definitely gotten worse. Off what? Off Kagamina Land. 50% off Kagamina Land. He's been cut in half as he deserves. No, like actually, ads on YouTube, they keep getting worse. Now it just shows you 2 unskippable ads for no reason. It just does that. It's like, because I have an ad blocker, but I still have ads on mobile, obviously, because I don't have an ad blocker on that. And they are so fucking obnoxious, it actually hurts me. Like, most of the time, I just watch the videos on mobile YouTube. Like, you know, in that view on your homepage where you can watch the video by, like, kind of stopping your screen on it, and it just plays you the beginning so that you can, like, start watching it, maybe if you're interested. I just turn on the volume and I just watch it like that. Literally, because I know that if I click on it, it's gonna show me, like, 3 ads before I can actually watch it. And I don't even know if I want to commit to this video yet, okay? I don't even know if I want to watch this video yet, and you're already showing me ads, bro. If I ever see ads, I think I'll die. You can just reveal information about yourself like that, Alex. Now people know your weakness. Why would you say that? Look at an RL ad, but it's like one of those really guilt-trippy charity ads that make you feel bad for not donating to them. Yeah, I'm gonna just draw like I'm gonna draw a spider with 7 legs and be like, the spider lost his leg in a vacuuming incident. Don't you wanna help this spider? The spider has 7 babies that they need to feed. Maybe we could do that. Get them charity donations and totally hashtag real and true charity 100%. Anyways, let me just check my list. I did write down everything I wanted to say about the convention. Oh yeah, I have two more slightly uncomfortable stories. I'm sorry I'm like this. It's like, Lera, does anything positive happen in your life? No. Nothing good ever happens to me. I need you to understand that the average Lera day is just full of inconveniences, major and minor. And it's just like constantly getting worse. Oh, thank you so much for the super chat. Can you guys hear this alert, by the way? Can you guys hear? I feel like you guys are gonna say no, we can't hear it. It should go quack quack. Did you guys hear the quack quack? This is so sad. Someone help that spider. Thank you so much. You guys really don't have to give me super chats like at all this month. Honestly, like I'm good. Hyper Japan, I need to emphasize this more. Hyper Japan really went well. I really need you guys to understand it went so well. I broke even. I paid off the costs of the table, the insurance, and the merchandise production. It was an expensive convention for me as well, right? I was really worried about it because that convention cost me a lot to actually get in. The table wasn't cheap. The merch was like, I had lots of new merch that I had to print. And then the insurance shit was bullshit as well that I had to pay for. So like Saturday early afternoon, like 12 to 1 p.m, I paid off all the costs. So from then on, for the next 8 hours of Saturday and all of Sunday, it was just profit. For the first time in my life, I was like, holy shit. I actually did better than I did at Duckult at that convention, which I'm really surprised about. Insurance, yeah, they made me fucking buy insurance for that convention Alemi. And honestly, I don't even think they checked it. I'm gonna be so for real with you, I don't actually think they cared, but I obviously did it because I was scared. Okay, let me just check. Super chat. Well, I'm gonna make it louder. I didn't hear it, I hear it. The mixed reviews every time. Okay, now it's... I think it will work now. Well, I don't know. I wish I could like... Wait, I can actually test them. Hold up. I can't actually test them, but it does not require people to spend money, so please do not do that. I'm pretty sure I can test the alerts and you guys don't actually have to do anything. I just want the volume to work. I just remember that testing alerts is a thing. I'm so sorry, I'm a little bit stupid. Okay. Test. Super chat. There you go. Who the fuck is Kevin? Did you guys hear that? Please tell me you heard that. I'm on my knees. Guys, Kevin just gave $33. Oh my god, what if I inflate my own donations and I pretend that people are donating to me with this? Imagine I'm like, guys, look at all these super chats. I'm like, no, Zifan! No idea. Stop! Can you guys hear it? Please tell me you heard that. Please tell me those $2 weren't sacrificed for nothing. Heard it a bit low for me, but I heard it. I cannot believe this. I have the volume at 100% now. I heard something. Oh my god. Kevin gave me $81, guys. Look at Kevin. Kevin is so cool for that. I love these like test donations. I love how it tells you the amount and everything. Thanks, Kevin. You're my biggest fan. Kevin should be the one with the #1 fan in chat thingy. Whoa, Kevin. Kevin got some wealth, guys. Laughs in Spanish with the J. Ha ha ha, that with the J. Ja ja ja. Okay. I think you guys can hear. Let's test the membership one. Kevin joined the Duckult. Kevin, you really are the realest one. Kevin, you are the best. Thank you so much, Kevin. This is why you're my favorite viewer, Kevin. We could never be him. I can't believe his Kevin's from Synth. I heard it, okay. The other one is louder than the other one, but I have the other one on full volume. Kevin, the ultimate Lera. We don't need to get any more super chats. You have Kevin. Yeah, Kevin got us covered, guys. Nobody ever needs to donate to me again. We got Kevin. Kevin, do it again. Do it again, Kevin. That son of a bitch. 69! Oh, he got us, guys. Guys, Kevin fucking got us. Kevin just donated $69. I'm gonna get accused of like money laundering in a month. It's gonna be like she's been like pretending that she's getting these donations to launder money or something like that. I can already see it. I can see the headlines. Yeah. I heard that one. Okay. Okay. That should be good then. I mean, I could hear them since day one, but you guys can tell me that you can't. I think it's just a little low, but hopefully this is better. Anyways, back to the drawing. It's been like 2 hours and I've barely made any fucking progress on this art. Okay, I have 2 like slightly disturbing convention stories, and then after that I think everything else is tame, guys, I promise. I have just 2 more. Is this not a clippable stream? Try to tell me an average Lera art stream is not clippable, like... What the hell is she talking about? What is wrong with this girl? Anyway, so... I have a Frieden themed bag, right? Hello, Dr. Frederick. Hello, hello. How are you doing? That's too many, I know, I'm sorry. So I have a Frieden themed Ita bag because I really like Frieden. It's one of my favorite animes right now. Big fan of Frieden. And I have this Frieden themed bag, and I took the bag with me to have a walk around the convention. because my wallet is in it, and I have to leave my phone hostage so that nonsense can take card payments. So I have to take cash with me when I walk around the convention. I have to pay in cash. So I walked around with my Freedom bag, and most of the artists were like really nice. They're like, "Oh, I love your Freedom bag. Oh, nice Freedom bag. Oh, I really love your Freedom bag." I was like, "Oh, thank you, yeah." And then I come up to this one artist, and they see my Freedom bag, and they're like, "Oh, I love your Freedom bag." And I'm like, "Oh, thanks." And then they go, "I have something on sale for you." And I thought maybe they have a Freedom keychain, you know? So I was like, "Oh." And I lower my eyes to where they're pointing, and I see a button pin that says "Elf Fucker." And I was like, "Alright, let's take a few steps back here." Okay, I didn't even know how to react. I was just there like, what do they mean by this? You cannot make this shit up, like... Yes, because I have the Freeman themed bag, I wanna fuck her! So bad! Like, God, I just think Freedom, like, one of the least sexualized female characters I've ever seen in the history of anime. I just think she's so fucking hot, guys. You know, I just... God, I get so aroused by the mere look of her fully covering, like, her skin clothing, you know? Just like, God, I'm just really turned on by that lady. She admits, do not clip this out of context. I swear to God. You lewd, the modest elf mage. I don't even know how they came to that conclusion because all the keychains and stuff. Like, my bag looks super tame too. It's not like I have inappropriate keychains of her. I have like official screenshots from the anime in it as little cards in the background, and then I have the keychains that I made, and then a couple of keychains by other artists. But like, she's like literally one of the least sexualized female characters I've ever seen, bro. And the show even has like a couple dirty jokes, and they still managed to make it normal. And yet that person somehow saw my bag and was like, "Here you go." The clothed women, honestly, real. Let's say real and true. I can't even argue with you on that. Man, I love fully clothed women. It was so fucking weird, bro, actually. I know what you are, yeah, except they don't. They don't know I'm actually a monster fucker. They have no idea. They don't know the truth. My love for Frieren is purely platonic. Now, the man from Ancient Magus's bride with the skull instead of his face, he can get it anytime. They do not understand what true girlhood is like. I'm like that freaky guy from the Metamorph game I played. And like, that pin will be okay if you know him, Charon, out of the blue. I know! They take one look at me and my bag and they just immediately do it. That was crazy. I know, bro. I just like get what? You can get a 50% discount on Kagamina Len. Did you know? The skull-faced man from Ancient Magus's bride can get 50% off Kagamina Len anytime. I'll hook him up. I have a dealer. I have a dealer for 50% off Kagamina Len. Oh my god. Anyways, so the second disturbing story, luckily that didn't happen to me. You see, I can laugh about this one because it didn't happen to me. It's all good. I'm not the victim in this one, so it's funny. The metamorph guy in me for real though. You see, guys, I wish I could speak. I wish I had the power of speech, but like I just like slur my words together all the time, and I do not have my speech developed. I need to be like Henry from Kingdom Come Deliverance and put more skills into speech. Like I will watch some streamers and the way they speak is so like clear and nice, and it just flows so well. It almost feels like they're reading it off a script, but they're not. What the fuck? Because sorry, I had the wrong Lera set as a reference. But they're not. They just actually know how to talk. I'm just like, could never be me. Could never fucking be me. Anyways. Len is in an high school or somewhere. So true. Guys, his expiration date is coming up. You gotta buy him 50% off. Like, you know how in supermarkets they put discounts on food that's about to go bad. That's me with Kagamina Len. You can get 50% off Kagamina Len. Too good to go. They put these really cheesy stickers on and Waitrose on food that's about to go bad that just says too good to go. Like guilt trippy as fuck. The most guilt trippy stickers I've ever seen. It just goes too good to go. Do not let this go to waste. Sorry, I completely went off topic by the way. I was about to tell you something else completely. So at the convention, I know this guy because we've tabled at another convention and we were like table neighbors, so like I keep in touch with him occasionally on social media and stuff, and he goes to a lot of conventions as well, so he was also tabling at Hyper Japan, but he was pretty far away from me. But yeah, so I came by his table to say hi, and I was like, oh, how is it going? You know, how's everything going? He was like, oh, it's going good, yeah, it's going really well. And I was like, oh, that's good, you know. He was just like really normal. He was like, yeah, it's going great. And then later when I got home, I got this text message from him where he was like, things are not going great. The woman tabling next to me claimed she's a matchmaker, and then she decided that me and the girl on my other side tabling are a good match, and started asking us lots of intrusive questions and trying to get us together. I was like, what the fuck? I love how because like he's obviously next to her, you know, he's like holding a gun to his head. So when I came by the table, he was like, yeah, it's going great, everything's okay. And then he gets home and he's like, this woman tried to, yeah, like romantically, like, this woman tried to get me together with the girl next to me. Next time I'm gonna be at a convention, I'm just gonna be looking for signs, like blink twice if your table neighbor is making you uncomfortable. Like, what the fuck? Did they get together? I don't know. I do not know. You know, I would not be giving that lady the satisfaction if I were him. I would avoid that girl just for the sake of not giving that lady the satisfaction, even if I did like her, honestly. I would just not want to make that lady feel like she actually did something there. Because she didn't. You and the random girl happens to be next to you, a perfect match, I know. Romantic comedies be like. Average romantic comedy literally be like. Oh my god, that was so funny. Don't encourage her, no. She's gonna get to her head and then she's gonna think that she's like the greatest matchmaker for real. And then nobody's gonna hear the end of it. It's gonna be so Jover. There's probably gonna be like a line there too. Just because it happens in rom-coms doesn't mean it's okay to do it IRL. I actually get like so annoyed at people like shipping real people. Like, it actually bothers me, especially when their excuse is, oh, they're a man and a woman and they seem to be good friends. Like, oh my fucking god. Like, it's actually like the people who have this mindset that men and women can't be friends. What is happening to my pet? Yeah, like they're like the biggest annoyance to me. Like, those people like disturb my peace. Like, actually, because I'm like, okay, so Are our bisexual people just not allowed to have friends ever? Are bisexual people just to live a friendless life? Because obviously they are attracted to everybody they've ever met. Duh. That's how it works. It just like, it bothers me. It really bothers me. It happened to me in elementary school because I was friends with mostly people of the opposite gender. It is honestly like so crazy. Like my mom is also like that. She would like be, oh so you're friends with that guy? Do you want to date him? And I'm like, what are you talking about? What do you mean by this, mother? Lera, hi, I'm on my lunch break. Hello. So I hope you're having a nice lunch break. What are you eating? What are you having for lunch? I had a pretty decent lunch. I got a bit spoiled during the convention because I just kept I paid for Maya Nonsense's dinner on Friday since we made bank. So we went out for some Vietnamese food and it was really good. And then we would like have like, you know, the cancer snacks and stuff like that. And then I finally, like, you know, the convention was over and I was home alone. I was like, oh, I don't want to cook food. I don't want to have to cook that. What the fuck? I want to eat overpriced snacks and convention food. Hello, I'm free. Hello, free, I'm Lera. Is that right? Mystery, did I do that right? Did I do the joke right? Well, the app literally quote is just like committed to memory, so I might as well use it. Wait, what quote? He who cannot imagine friendship as anything but a disguise or elaboration of errors betray that they have never had a friend. I know! It's so real though! You're so real for that. I can't believe you actually have that memorized though. That's crazy. How often did you need that quote? I can tell you've been through things if you actually have that memorized. That's crazy. Yeah, no, they should like just honestly, and it like actually happened. Like sometimes I would be friends with someone and then they're like we haven't even known each other that long and they're like, I am madly in love with you, and I'm like, okay, hold up. What is going on? Thank you, mystery. Okay, what else? I met some like Vocaloid producer people that I know. That was nice. It was really chill. It was a bit more chill since we weren't like literally at a bar. It was a bit more chill than last time I met them. But yeah, they were really nice. Oh yeah, somebody paid me in cash. Somebody paid me in cash, and they gave me like 20 pounds, and I was like, oh, that's cool. And then I feel that the note feels kind of weird in my hand. And I look down on the note and it looks weird. Like I can tell that it's pounds, but it looks weird. And I was like, and I stare at it and Nonsense stares at it. And we both stare and we're like, what is this? And the lady that handed it to me was like, oh, sorry, these are Scottish pounds. And I was like, holy shit, I've never held Scottish pounds before, because did you guys know that Scottish people have their own pounds? They're still accepted in London. Well, mostly. Some people are assholes and we don't accept them. But they looked so pretty. They had little squirrels on them. So I was like, wow, that's so cool. I'm just keeping it as a souvenir, thanks. I basically lost 20 pounds because I will not be spending that money. I will be keeping that. Yeah, they have their own pounds. And some places in like England are assholes and they don't take them. Like ATMs take them fine as far as I'm aware, so you can just like exchange it or like put it on your bank account. But some people in like stores and stuff, they're gonna see it and be like, oh, we don't take Scottish pounds. I'm like, bitch, it's literally just pounds. Like it's the same currency, it's just different notes. Like they're not worth a different amount. They're exactly the same currency. They just have their own note designs. They just have different designs for their banknotes. I didn't hear the joke, say it again. Well, you said I'm free and I said hi free, I'm Lera or something like that. Money's money, I know, right? People turning away money, like that's crazy. I honestly don't understand what their problem is, but yeah, because I met a Duckult producer last summer who was Scottish, and she said that she was having trouble because she's from Scotland, she came from Scotland, she can cash on her, and some people weren't accepting her cash, and she was like it's literally like legal to pay with this money here, like they're legally supposed to accept it, but in some places they just don't. But I thought the Scottish money looked really fancy, so it kind of crossed my mind, and I was like, oh, maybe I shouldn't accept this. Like, maybe some people won't let me, like, won't let me pay with it, but it looked so pretty, and I've never seen them before, so I was just like, you know what, whatever. I'll keep it as a souvenir, and I sent my mom a picture. I was like, Mom, look. They paid me with Scottish pounds, and she was like, that's for me. I'm keeping that. Give it to me. And I was like, God damn it. Mom claimed the Scottish pounds. Everyone go home. Everybody pack it up. The Scottish pounds are gonna be on, like, framed by Mom, probably. Because my parents, like, have money framed. They have, like, this Russian Olympic money because there were, like, Olympic games in Russia. And they issued special banknotes with, like, to commemorate it with, like they were normal money, you could just use them to pay, but because they were kind of like, you know, limited print or whatever, my parents like kept some of them and they framed them on a wall, and I'm like, damn, that's patriotism right there. They got the damn Olympic Russian money on the wall. Pays in Scottish, and I'd thank them for that. I love Scottish people. Nobody say anything about Scottish people. I'm their biggest fan. If Scottish people have no fans, I am dead in the ground. Okay, I'm always there for Scottish people. They never did anything wrong. Do you guys know the But Still is Heavy Evan Feathers guy? You know, the really popular, like, comedian guy. Did you know he has a Twitch? He streams like every day on Twitch. He literally plays video games on Twitch. Or like does random shit. He's like actually a Twitch streamer now. He's like, he might just be my only reason to like occasionally check Twitch, but I don't even do it. I'm following his clips account on Instagram, so I just like watch his clips. I'm too lazy to actually go on Twitch, unfortunately. But yeah, he literally is like a Twitch streamer now. It's so funny. No one pays me in Scottish pounds. You should bring that up to management. You should tell your management, you should be like, sorry, but I only accept salary in Scottish pounds now. You should tell them everything you think about them. You deserve to be paid the way you want to be paid. Whether that's Scottish pounds or Canadian dollars or whatever. I had a friend that collected coins and gave me this really rare Canadian coin with Northern Lights design on it. It was colorful, but I lost to me. No! Oh my god, Raz, you lost a valuable coin? You know how much that shit could be on eBay? I mean, I wouldn't know, I don't collect coins, but I bet it's a lot. You crazy for that, bestie. Why would you do this? How could you lose it? Taking payment for the room renovations. I didn't initiate the room renovations. Do not make me pay for them. It was not on me. You might lose money if you get paid. Oh yeah, I know that. My mom one time looked something up and it gave her like, you know how it tells you how you can buy stuff? And it gave her like a really ridiculous price, like $1,000 or something, and she freaked out, and I was like, that thing shouldn't cost that much, and it turned out to be like some kind of like other dollars that are not American dollars. Because she was like, what the fuck, why is this thing like $1,000? And I'm like, yeah, I don't think that's true. That's probably like a different currency. It's probably not American dollars. But Scottish pounds are literally the exact same currency. They really are. Like, there's no different value or anything. I was so sad. I was in the locker room. I heavily expected it was stolen because I knew where I put it. Oh my god! Actually, I have another disturbing story from the convention. I'm so sorry, guys! I have another, like, upsetting story from the convention. Guys, This might be the last one. I don't have anything else that's horrible on my list. I don't think. I don't really know. Who knows? Who knows? Maybe I will think of something else. I guess I didn't write everything down, huh? So... Rishi P, I don't know if you know her. She's like a Vocaloid niche celebrity. She's like really well known in the Vocaloid circles. So she I actually know her because I've met her before. So she came up to my table and she wanted to buy a gift for her friend. So she bought 2 Renan Len things from my table. She's like, yeah, I'm gonna buy it. Magala Rishipi. Yeah, I actually know her. I've met her a couple times. She's nice. I'm surprised she remembers me because at this point I'm just used to everybody forgetting me. But I actually ran into her at Hyper Japan and she saw me and she hugged me and I was like, wow, she actually like remembers me. Not like the other artists who always forget me. But yeah. So basically she bought like some stuff for her friend. And then the next day she came back. And she was like, I'm so sorry, but I'm here to buy the same thing I bought yesterday because it got thrown away. And I was like, it what? She was like, I'm so sorry. Because we have a booth because she's part of the Vocaloid concert team people. And she was like, yeah, I left it at our booth, but it was like in this paper bag. And I think somebody thought it was trash, so they threw it out. And I was like, what the fuck? But apparently they went to look in the trash and they found the bag and it had my business card, but it didn't have the keychains and the pin. So I'm like, oh, I think somebody stole it actually. I don't think someone threw it away. I think someone just straight up stole it and threw out the bag with evidence or something like that. I don't know, man. Like, because why wouldn't the keychains be there? Why wouldn't it just be the bag? So, but it's okay. She was like, it's okay, they compensated me for it. They gave her like the exact amount to buy it again. So I just sold her again. So unfortunately, there's like either a stolen or in the trash Rin Kagamine keychain by me. That's crazy. I know, it's so strange. I recognize that individual. Yeah, Rishi's like really weirdly famous in the Vocaloid circles. Like an average person who's not into Vocaloid, you tell them something like that and they're like, who? But then if you tell to like an average Vocaloid fan, yeah, Rishi P, they're gonna be like, oh my god, Rishi P? Yeah, she's nice. I enjoy talking to her. I'm glad this story wasn't as famous. Yeah, it wasn't this bad. It wasn't this bad. Imagine if I was like, yeah, Rishi P, and then I start to slander her. No, it's fine. And she did buy a replacement, so it's all good. I actually was curious because at another convention of mine, a previous one, somebody bought a postcard with Vovaka from me because she really likes Vovaka, and they were like, oh, I'm gonna gift it. I'm gonna gift this postcard to Rishi P. And I was like, okay, whatever. I mean, sure. And then she actually like came by my table and I was like, this is a weird question, but did somebody gift you this postcard? And she was like, yeah, it's on my wall. And I was like, okay, thank God. I was like, did that postcard ever even get to her? Like, did they really gift it to Rishi P? Or did they keep it? But apparently it did get to her. So at least there's one good feel-good story, guys, on today's stream. The only good thing that happened. Yeah, she's friends with Unia. I met Unia as well, but I met her at another convention. She did not come to Hyper Japan because I think she couldn't make it this time, but she does normally go to conventions as well, so I did meet her before. She's also really nice. I actually knew her better than I knew Rishi. So I actually offered her to meet up, and then I also kind of met Rishi as well because, well, I didn't really know Rishi that well, to be honest. But yeah, and I also met Skirmish. And I think you guys know Skirmish. Skirmish is really nice. Skirmish just basically hanged out around my table the whole time because I think they were bored. I think Skirmish didn't have much to do because they're also supposed to help out with like the Vodka Fest stuff, but I think they didn't need any help. I mean, what kind of help would they possibly need? They just had pre-recorded Vtuber concerts, man. Like, not the shade. Lera, stop with the shade. So yeah, they were like, yeah, there's nothing I could do to help at the booth. Can I just hang out here? And I was like, yeah, sure, whatever. So, Skirmish was just like there. I would just like chat to them in between sales. Okay, guys. I'm like almost done with this drawing. No, I'm not. I'm such a liar. My favorite thing is that I'm a liar. I'm nowhere near done with this drawing because I'm talking too much. I'm way too slow. You know what? Back in the day, I used to finish like entire paintings on stream, but I think back in the day, I used to not talk anywhere near as much as I do now. Like, my ass was so nonchalant on stream before. Not really, but I don't know. I guess I just wasn't like... I just didn't have that much to talk about, maybe. I'm not sure. I'm not sure what changed, but back in the day, I would genuinely finish like entire paintings, and these days, I can't. I'm like 2 hours in, I only finished the line art because I kept fucking talking shit. Because I can't stop talking shit this day. All I do is complain. One nice story as a treat, I know, right? It's so crazy. I'm gonna give you one nice story as a treat, guys. So birds keep coming to my parents' garden to die. That's not a nice story. That's literally not a nice story. I'm sorry, I don't have any feel-good stories to tell you guys. I don't have any feel-good stories, I'm sorry. I appreciate your definition of nice, Okay, this one is kind of funny. It's funny if you have a dark and twisted sense of humor. So for some reason, so my parents have this beautiful garden, and birds really like it. So we have lots of birds there who like build nests, have families, you know, life starts in that garden. But for some reason lately, death starts in that garden. I don't know why, but it does. So my parents kept getting like, they keep getting wounded birds in their garden. Like, while I was staying there, I think like 2 wounded birds happened on my watch, and I was only there for like 10 days. So they keep getting these like wounded birds who just like show up at like their doorstep, and then my parents try to nurse them back to health. But most of the time, it doesn't work out, and the birds die. So my dad puts on some gloves, grabs the bird, and throws it over the fence to the neighbors. I don't know why he does that. But he does. And I'm like, nah, that's fucked up. You can't do that. You can't just do that. Oh well, this bird didn't survive. Off to the neighbors. That's messed up. It is messed up, but it's also really funny. When I heard that he does that, I was literally laughing so hard. That's not my problem. That's evil. I don't think that's evil. I think he's just... I think he's just sharing his experience with the neighbors, really. To be fair, they really do their best to nurse the birds back to health, but I think the birds literally just go there to die. Like, the birds are fully aware that they're gonna die, so they just hang out their last days at my parents' garden. It is so fucking weird. That when the birds are hurt, neighbors throwing back the birds. No, the birds are already dead at that point, I think. Oh god. Anyways, do I have anything actually good to tell you? Oh good god. Think, Lera, think. I have a feel-good story about the neighbors in Spain. That is not the neighbor who my dad throws the birds to, I don't think. I think my dad throws the birds to the apartment complex on the other side. But we have like another house nearby. And that neighbor is really nice. My parents, like, they like each other. My parents like them, they like my parents, so it's okay. So one time, me and my mom came out of the house, and the neighbor was like pouring vinegar on our fence. They had a bottle of vinegar, and he was just like pouring it all over our like outside gate. And I guess he didn't expect us to come out, so he kind of like looks at us and it's like really awkward, and he just goes, "Los perros." Es vinagre. Because apparently dogs pee on the fences, so they pour vinegar. I don't know if that's like to neutralize the smell or to scare the dogs off from peeing again. I don't know exactly what it does, but apparently he's just been like pouring vinegar on our fence. But it was so funny because I think he didn't expect us to come out. So imagine you're pouring vinegar on your neighbor's fence, and the neighbors like come out of the door, and then you're like, oh, well, that's weird. How do I explain this to them? What a deadpan. That's actually how he said it. One less fly over to the neighbor's yard. Oh my god. Vinegar cleans everything. It really does. Like, whenever I look up anything, like, how do I clean this? It's always like either baking soda or vinegar. Like, there's only two things to clean everything. It's either baking soda or vinegar. That's it. Those are the two ultimate solutions for any kind of issues ever. Because I had a fish sauce incident. Maybe I told you guys about it. It was a while ago. I had a fish sauce incident where I broke a bottle of fish sauce and it spilled everywhere. It spilled like above where I had like kitchen drawers. It spilled into the drawers, like it went into the individual drawers, and it was just like, oh, good god, I think my kitchen smelled like fish for a month. And sometimes I still get a whiff of it. I think I cleaned all of it off, but then occasionally I will like feel it and I'm like, oh my god, I can feel the fish sauce still. There's still some fish sauce left. How do I get rid of it? And if it's very dirty, you use both? Yes, and probably make some dangerous gas with them. So that's kind of a feel-good story. Not the fish sauce, obviously, that's a tragedy. But the neighbor being nice and spending his valuable vinegar on our fence to help with the dogs, you know, it's okay. That's a feel-good story, right? Forget about the fact that my dad pays the neighbors back by throwing dead birds to their yards. Don't worry about it. I do find it fascinating just how my parents like interact with like their environment. Sometimes I'm just like, these people need to be studied, especially my dad, because my dad still doesn't know like any Spanish, and it's kind of hilarious to me how he survives out there. Like, I keep thinking, how does he manage? Like, you have to like actively avoid it at this point, right, guys? Like, I feel like at this point, if you still don't know Spanish, I feel like he has got to be like actually trying not to retain any knowledge. Like, I do not believe that this could still be like by accident. This man doesn't want to learn Spanish. Like, there is something going on. Like, he's actively trying not to. He's just trying not to use up the space in his brain for something so useless. Because it's just like, I don't know. It's just insane to me that he still doesn't know any Spanish. And it's just like, yeah, it's really funny because I would be like out with him and somebody would say something like a store clerk or someone will like say something to us, and he will like nod and smile and act like he totally understood, and then he will turn to me and be like, what are they saying? What did that person say just now? And I'm like, come on, man. At least don't pretend like you understand. Like, what if they're saying something bad and you're like smiling and nodding? Like, you can't do it. He can't keep getting away with this. Like, what the fuck? My mom does the same thing, but doesn't learn a language. Really? I don't know, like with the Russian immigrants in Spain, like all the women, like all the wives are the ones who know Spanish, and then the husbands are the ones who don't. Which is honestly kind of crazy to me. Like, I literally, like, the amount of like Russian families I know in Spain who like have the wife who does all the speaking and all the like knows all the like knowledge, and she does all the things that require actual like speech, and the husband is just kind of there. It's like he's on vacation for the rest of his life or something, bro. Like, too much effort to learn a new language. Yes, oh my god. Does your mom wait, what language does your mom not speak? Now I'm curious, like, how is she avoiding her everyday situations? My dad somehow manages fine, like, he goes to the store, English, oh I see, okay. Like, my dad goes to the store and everything, you know, like, he leaves, like, a completely like, that's the funny thing. He's not, like, dependent on my mom or anything, like, he's literally totally chill. And I think that's the funniest part. I just feel like he has so much confidence. You see, that could never be me. What he doesn't have in Spanish knowledge, he makes up in just complete unwavering confidence. And I think that's beautiful. Like, honestly, if only I had, like, a percentage of the confidence that he has, I would be honestly great. I think I would achieve so many more things in life. I honestly, like, I would probably be out clubbing right now. Yes, on a Wednesday night. And not doing this lame live streaming thing. Papa Lera, the role model. I don't know how he does that. I'm always terrified if I don't know. I know, right? Like, I don't even like traveling to places where I don't know the language, and I know that maybe their English is not very, like, spoken there. Because it just stresses me out, bro. Like, I really like France. I really enjoyed traveling to France, but it stresses me the fuck out because they don't really speak English there, and I definitely don't speak any French. So, like, while France is very fun and beautiful, it stresses me out. And, like, my dad, I feel like he wouldn't even blink. Like, he does not care. He's like, yeah, sure, whatever, let's go to France. Who cares? Like... What's stopping you? The fact that I actually don't want to do those things. Mystery solved. Actually, I don't want. Actually, I kind of like streaming. It's fun. I get to draw a shadow milk cookie looking batshit crazy while talking shit about my dad. Apparently, I don't know. I know some French, but French people are scary. The French hatred. The French hatred continues. What else? Why do I have a feel-good convention story? And I really mean it. The convention went well, guys. I really had a good time at that convention. I really don't have any complaints. Like, please understand. Please understand, I don't have any complaints about the convention. It went great. Saturday was sold out. There were so many people. Even Sunday was really active, which made me happy because sometimes Sundays can be kind of slow. Like, it was a good convention. I really liked it. It was well organized as well. Like, no complaints about the organization. I wish they didn't make me buy insurance. That was kind of out of pocket. I also bought these, like, neon vests because their thingy said that you have to get that. But they didn't ask for the vests either, and I was like, man, I bought me and Nonsense these cool vests for us to rock, and be safe. I can't physically get run over by a forklift if I'm wearing that vest. I become invincible. Nobody can hurt me in that, and they didn't even care. They didn't even care that I had my super safe neon vest on. Unbelievable. The con went well, but no, the con did go. I had a great time. I had a great time, guys. I really did. It was fun. It was cool. The people were really nice. Even, you know, even if I'm a little bit awkward around the people that were like for some reason trying to make friends there and network, you know, it was still quite nice. I enjoy it when people are friendly and want to talk to me. As much as I am like not very social, it's nice. It's nice to be approached by people normally when they do it normally and not in a weird way. Tell us a good story then. Oh my god. Well, I told you some good stories in the beginning, remember? Remember? My mom has the full Ingleston Barriers box set in the closet. New mint condition, never open. Oh, that's something to learn English. Is that like English learning books or something? Or like a CD? Think, Lera, think. Just like most of the experience was just like really normal, you know? Like people would come up, they would buy stuff, they would leave. I really didn't have any trouble. I really didn't have a lot of trouble, you know? It was nice and chill. It was just a chill con like that, guys. Oh, I know. There was this child. The child haters in chat are gonna be like, that's not a feel-good story, Lera, but bear with me. So this little kid, oh, they were dressed as Static Miku from Flavor Folly. They were actually really cute. They had like a handmade, like, cardboard, like, wig. It was really adorable. So this kid was dressed as Static Flavor Folly Miku. And they came up to my table and they were like, oh my god, Splatoon! And they started telling me all about Splatoon and how they played way more Splatoon than I have. And I was just standing there the whole time like, holy shit, this child like knows more about Splatoon than me. That makes me feel so much better about when I lose in Splatoon, because I knew it. I always knew that whenever I lose at Splatoon, I just lose to children with lots of time. It's not my fault. I am not bad at Splatoon. The children just have so much time, and the target audience of that game is apparently mostly kids, because kids were like the ones who bought most of my Splatoon merch. Hello, Jackers. How are you doing? Evil dog friend, be like chicken. Also, another kid came up and they were just like pointing at everything at my stand, and for some reason they were like, I don't know, you know, they were like, oh, that's like Splatoon, oh, that's this, oh, that, like they were explaining it to me, you know, like that kid was like explaining my own booth to me, which was really funny. And then at some point the kid goes, like they point at the Frieren stuck in a mimic sticker. And they're like, oh, what is this? And they were like, oh, what is that? What is happening there? And I explained it to them. I was like, oh, she's stuck in a mimic chest. It's a chest that pretends to be treasure, but when you open it, it swallows you up. You know, I was trying to be nice to the kid. I put on my nicest, I can totally talk to kids voice. And the kid immediately goes, that reminds me of a Minecraft mod. And then I completely lost them after that. I think they explained the Minecraft mod to me in excruciating detail for like 10 minutes. And I was just nodding. I was just standing there like, yeah, I understand. I understand, child. I too play Minecraft because I'm hip with the kids like that. I totally know everything there is to know about that video game. I feel so old, guys. These children are making me feel so old. Was the good mod? I don't know. Once again, I was next to the stage, so the music was extremely loud. So not only did I barely catch any of that, I also sincerely didn't understand what the child was going on about. So honestly, I don't know. But it was just so funny how they immediately were like, that reminds me of the Minecraft mod, and they proceed to explain it. Oh man. Aren't kids just adorable, aren't they? Aren't they truly the joy of life? Splatoon's a Nintendo franchise, most of their stuff is kid-oriented, that is true. No, literally, Splatoon audience is literally just kids and gays. Like, that's it. The only people that play Splatoon are LGBT people and children. Like, there is no, like, nobody else, like, just like straight adults do not play Splatoon. Or like, if they do, they're a really rare case. They are the minority there. I think it's kind of crazy, honestly, but also it's like, it's really funny. Like, you know, you will not catch like people who play something like a Valorant on Splatoon. You know, that's a different audience. Okay, Splatoon is just kids and gays. It really is be like that. The gays crave for the squids, and I have respect for that. I too love Splatoon. Me too. Honestly, like I love how I too fall under that category. It's true. The statistics are correct. Okay, I'm almost done with Shadow Milk, and then I need to do the curtains around him as well. But vanilla will be pretty easy, I think. Like, doesn't require that much detailing. I just kind of want to make him like sort of glowy, so I'm not gonna overdo it with the detail on pure vanilla. Shadow Milk looks so spooky here. I like him. When will I fucking get him? When I get you, Shadow Milk. Shadow Milk Cookie, when I fucking get you. Like, I'm so mad. I keep like trying to pull for him, but I can't. He's just so overpowered. He's literally impossible to counter in the arena. It annoys me. I need him just for the sole purpose of finally winning in the arena against like the really strong people. Because the Shadow Milk However's are beating my ass in the arena. As a straight guy, I think you're right. I only ever played the global test fire on the Wii U. Oh man. I can't believe Splatoon is somehow gatekeeping itself, not even on purpose. Like, I don't know why, but that game just like appeals to a very specific audience. I think that's really funny. Like, I don't even like shooter games, and I like basically never play online games either. Especially like with like online matchmaking, like not with friends. With friends, maybe sometimes, but if it's not even with friends, no fucking way, man. Like, online games scare me. You will never catch me like in a Call of Duty lobby. That's scary. I can't do that. It gives me anxiety. But Splatoon, I'm there. I am there every day in the Splatoon lobby. Squidding, whatever that means. I don't really know. Have you seen Marina and Pearl get icons? Yeah, literally though. Would love to see it. Yeah, I've been really enjoying Splatoon. I'm liking it a lot. Also, your mom won't let you play? Well, she will let me play now. My mom wouldn't let me play Call of Duty when I was a kid, that is true. But she would let me play it now. I mean, I'm an adult, I can play whatever I want. She doesn't have control over what media I consume anymore, I'm afraid. I'm afraid that chapter of her life is closed. And she can honestly rest easy now because I really don't want to interact with most of the things she didn't let me interact with when I was a child. Like, back then, it seemed tempting because it was the forbidden fruit. But these days, I honestly don't even care that much. I'm like, yeah, whatever. She got me. Maybe she won in the end. I guess she got what she wanted. COD stream, man. I'm gonna do the Call of Duty stream just to spite my mom. I don't know, I'm too scared. I'm too scared of the average demographic that game has. Those people worry me a lot. Although I guess I could play like the story or something, but I'm really not that interested. I'm just like, shooter games, they're very rarely actually appealing to me. They have to really be that good for me to like it. Like Halo, I also didn't even expect I would like Halo as much as I did. I also thought I'd give it a try, and then I'll probably like never play it again. But Halo low-key has a chokehold on me because it really is just that good, story-wise and stuff. But a lot of these like shooter games, you know, there's just literally no point. I like Splatoon because I think the aesthetics are nice, and I think the gameplay is quite fun with how like the way the game works. It's not really like your average shooter, you know what I mean? I think it's cool. I like inking, it's really satisfying. Play the early ones. Which are the early ones? I don't even know fucking Call of Duty lore. You're gonna have to explain it to me. I have no idea what's going on in that fucking game, man. Like, I just know there's war. I just know there is war in Call of Duty. That's all I know. That's all I understand about that game. I know they go to war in it. And apparently there's a zombies game. Maybe I should play the zombie mode. The zombie mode sounds like fun. Lera can touch the hot stove burner and power outlet now. Exactly. And my mom will be like, well, I warned you about this, I told you so, and she will be right. But at least I'm free. I might be making horrible decisions in my life, but at least they're my decisions. You know, sometimes you just gotta do what your mom told you to never do. I don't know, man. I think it's kind of funny because, like, some, like, overprotective parents who won't let you do shit, it just makes you want to do that shit more, and I think that's really funny. Because I honestly just, like, speaking from my own personal experience, like, for example, my mom let me dye my hair when I was a teenager, right? And I know a lot of people don't have, like, their moms don't let them do that, you know, and they would literally kill them if they dyed their hair. And I think that's, but, like, you know, that's the thing, though. She let me dye my hair. I did it for a while, like, I had different hair colors. And then I had enough of it. I got tired. I decided I don't really, like, care that much for it anymore. And then I just, like, never dyed my hair. Like, I have no desire to dye my hair now. You know what I mean? Like, I got over it as a teen because my mom just let me do it. And now I literally don't care anymore. I feel like parents should just let kids do that, you know? As long as it's not something dangerous. Like, quite literally, I'm happy now and I don't have to worry about it as an adult and be like, I want to dye my hair. Because I feel like all of those kids just end up growing up and just, like, dyeing their hair anyway, you know? But I went through my dyed hair phase as a teen, and now I literally don't care for it anymore. Like, I just don't have the desire to do it. The moral of the story is let your kids do shit, and then they're not gonna want to do it anymore once they try it. I dyed my hair once as a kid and fucked up my hair never again. Did you do it at home yourself? You should really go to a hair salon for that stuff. Like, do not dye your hair at home. I know it's cheaper, but, like, do not do it. Also, you might get, like, an allergic reaction at a hair salon. They, like, check it first on a small patch and stuff like that. Like, just don't dye, like, do not bleach your own hair. Like, if you have light hair, then maybe, like, if you have blonde hair, then you can probably dye it fine at home. But if you need your hair bleached, do not bleach your hair at home yourself. Do not do it. That's a horrible idea. Nobody should be doing that. Every time I meet a person who decides to bleach their own hair at home, I'm like, yeah, that's not gonna end well. And then it doesn't. There's just no proper way to do it. It always ends in disaster. I don't know why or how, but it does. Hello, Alexify, by the way. Did I say hi to you? There's less gay romance than Halo. What's the point? In Call of Duty? Yeah, you're so right, bestie. We don't need that shit. Unless Call of Duty has hardcore gays, I'm not interested. Sorry, I only play gay first-person shooters. If it's not gay, then I'm not playing it. And it was the salon, but it was so bad at taking care of my hair that I kind of did it to myself. I see. Yeah, for me, the main problem with dyed hair is that you gotta maintain it. And that was kind of what did it for me, that made me not want to do it anymore. Because, like, it looks really nice the first, like, week. And then the dye starts washing off. And you gotta buy special shampoos for dyed hair to, like, keep the dye longer and take care of it. But, like, after, like, a couple weeks, it starts fading. And then you either need to re-dye it or, like, whatever. And it's just like, it's such a hassle. The day they invent hair dye that actually stays on you for as long as you want, that's the day maybe I will try dyeing my hair again. But to me, it's just, like, too much of a hassle. Like, it already bothers me to have to maintain my haircut. It's already such a bother for me to have to go to the hairdresser once every, like, 3 months to get my hair cut, because I gotta maintain the bob cut. Because who am I without the bob cut? It is kind of a hassle. Like, some colors stay longer. For example, when I had blue hair, okay, I had, like, pink and blue hair together. Like, I had like really cool hair. So I had, like, pink on the, like, top layer, and then blue was on, like, underneath layer. So it was kind of cool. So the blue stayed for a really long time. Like, the blue actually stuck, but pink gets washed off very quickly. Like, pink was basically gone after, like, a week, but the blue stayed. So it also depends on, like, the colors and the dye, I guess. So I don't know. But yeah, I also had, like, pink highlights. I had, like, pink kind of also underneath layer, but unfortunately my school also had, like, rules against hair dye, so I showed up with dyed hair after summer vacation, and they were like, get rid of it. And I was like, well, I can't get rid of it, like, you know, that's not how hair dye works. And the lady was so mad at me. She was like, this better be gone tomorrow. Tomorrow when you come into school, your hair needs to be normal. And I was like, what the fuck is this lady's problem? And so I had to immediately go to the hairdresser after school. And she was like, yeah, the only thing I can do is dye all of your hair like a darker shade. Like, that's the only thing I can do to cover this up. Like, there's just no way to, like, actually get rid of this. And I was like, yeah, I get it. Just do it. Just rip off the band-aid. And so she dyed all of my hair with, like, kind of, like, really dark shade of brown. That's not the same as my, like, shade. Because my hair is, like, really light brown normally. And she dyed, like, this really dark brown. I showed up to school with this fucked up, like, dark brown hair. And then I had to wait for that to, like, kind of, you know, lighten and wash off with time and grow out. And it's just like, oh good god. What a nightmare. I hated the fact. And you know, it was so funny because the second I started A-levels, they did not care anymore. They just let me have pink hair. And they're like, yeah, you're an adult now. My school was really weird. So all of secondary school and GCSEs, they were, like, extremely strict on everything. Like, uniforms were really strict. Like, the uniform rules were crazy, you guys. They didn't let us... So we had, the, like, uniform shirts and trousers and skirts and stuff, right? But we didn't have, like, uniform shoes that were, like, issued by the school, right? So we had to wear our own shoes, but they had to be fully black. Like, they wouldn't even let you wear something like trainers that have, like, a white stripe on the soles. or like a white, I don't know, Adidas logo or something like that, a white stripe, they wouldn't let you have that. It had to be fully black. Like my school was actually like, I don't know, something was wrong with that place. Like something was really wrong with that place because like it wasn't even like a fancy school. The uniform looked like shit, by the way. The uniform actually looked so ugly. It never actually properly fit me, no matter, because like it was really bad quality. Like the uniform was really shit quality. So they literally like basically they used to like have a partnership with the store so that you can go and buy it like at a local store, but in the end the store stopped working with them because the uniforms were so bad quality, and the store didn't make the uniforms, they were just selling them for them, but the store stopped working with them because people kept coming back to the store and complaining about the quality of the uniforms. And the store was just like, yeah, we're not even responsible, we don't even make the uniform, but everybody keeps complaining to us, so they just like broke off their partnership with my school, and then the school would sell uniforms literally like in the hallway. That was like the only place because no store would take them anymore, so they had to sell the uniforms in the hallway for people. That's so ironic. They were actually like so crazy about it. And they had this really strict no phone policy. Like no phones at all. Like even during break time. Like you were just not allowed to use your phone ever. And that also pissed me the fuck off. And it was so funny because when I just started going to that school, I wasn't aware of that rule. And it was like my first day in school, like I didn't really know anybody, and I called my mom during lunch break because I think I needed something. I don't remember what, but like I genuinely called her like to ask for something or something like that, or like maybe what time she was gonna pick me up or whatever. So I am just standing like outside in, you know, like the recess area, and I am on my phone with my mom, and I'm not even like, you know, having like a leisurely conversation. I'm just like asking my mom something. And this one lady who was kind of in charge of like the whole secondary, I think she was like our like I don't know what it is, like a headmaster, not the headmaster, but like whatever is directly under the headmaster. So this lady looks at me. I see her like from a distance, like in the courtyard, and she looks at me, and she genuinely makes a face like I just murdered someone in front of her. Like I just see her facial expression, like she like looks absolutely like, what is going on, guys? Guys, hello? It's the school. The school found out that I'm slandering them. The school found out that I'm slandering them, and they're trying to take me down. They're trying to take down my stream for slander. Guys, can you hear me buffering? Guys, didn't hear the end of the story. Wait, how much have you heard? Guys. Music again. I can hear the Animal Crossing music again, which means that the internet is coming back. I know it's coming back. I just know it. Any second now. God damn it. I don't know what happened. I was in the middle of my really engaging story, and suddenly I just see red. I just start seeing red, and I'm like, oh no. It's dying, isn't it? Oh man, is it back? Please tell me when it is. I have it written in threatening red letters. Hopefully it will be back now. Oh no, it's like being really weird though. It's like really jumpy. That's so strange. Like it's turning on and off. I wonder if there's something in my area. Let me see. I'm gonna check what my internet provider is saying, because sometimes I think that I'm the problem. And then actually I look up on their website and they're like, actually we're the problem. So I'm just gonna go ahead and check that and see what it says. But I think my stream is still not back. What is this? That's messed up. It's taking a hot minute. Intermittent signal in your area. Oh my god, they're gonna blame it on me. They're blaming it on me. They're like, is your router plugged in? My favorite thing. Yeah, apparently there's an issue in my area. That's messed up. That is so messed up. Making sure there are no issues with your account or payments. Fuck you, I pay my bill. I can't believe this. I always pay my internet bill. How could you do this to me? Oh man, I might need to just end stream here, I think. Yeah.